assemble no kan fa sa play no e was social media ne so what I say it goes beyond say Michelle Socrates e wo bus station bia yedi hu nkomo the American e wo social media me American also me wine me following it saying no and ebe man na impactful but no nyina ejina sa word of mouth na so the American word of mouth and these are their social media for one friend organic enye bibia mako chiafo ebia ya man sponsored ad ebi wo ho sponsored ad obi aka ordinary people mo abehwe play ni bi ono so ka say adi kama ko say amanfo age enu di more chain there obihu say sponsored ad eda say because they are sponsored ad I said they are way adverts I said they are auto product and there's advertising grove adverts kay abroad now so usually no say ordinary people mo abehwe bi mo experience products na di ho dance here that was the birth of the influencers so I say influencers honefi eba internal kwesi and America say word of mouth na edimu akotenepa now the gods are not to blame that was one thing that helped us the very first show make I 2nd December 2023 now your brother opinion Socrates ewo hobi Socrates be hu dance here say the auditorium wasn't very full ground floor and middle floor my but top floor there was empty
okay
8 p.m. show no yinya nipa kakra on top floor ho Sunday night was no it was a full house
okay
ebinum enya tickets that was what triggered us to go the 3 days during the week 18th 19th and 20th December and not every day we had to turn people away because 18th December was a Monday why na agenda say theater on a Monday in Ghana would work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, full house each day. We had to turn people away. Yet also 27th and 28th December, we still had to turn people away. And then yes, I'm this time round with these final 4 shows. Into your run a show no 13 times. Now on our records, based on ticket sales, no Kwesi, we've shown the play to about 12,000 people.
No, okay.
About 12,000 people. Internal, we be some publicity here. Make us say first, the product has to be good. So product near good and on a trigger the word of mouth no. So product near very good. Among for theater is difficult to sell because what's your auditorium no one share better. Yeah, it's me you want among for dada. Oh there no. Because what can play at that point?
Oh nyame anim ni women's instinct me da kakra but gods are not to blame manda
the nyame ase
yeah
gods are not to blame was also a bit longer than women's instinct
sure
into nyame adom into the product itself has to be good a to be a woofer player we a producer na director woofer player na we ya wadwen say wo be director na said ya tro no pepe na one hwe year man for better. Internet, that is where your skill as a director has to come in. Now we there would be to wake people up at various segments. Theater production, Obekacha was there were 3 main parts: the rise of the conflict, the peak of the conflict, and then the resolution of the conflict, or the establishment of the conflict, peak of conflict, and then resolution of conflict. Resolution of conflict, you have their story. Na usually people don't put spectacle there. Now so the gods are not to blame. All 3 the Nyoma yeah, spectacular moments, kakra. Into at least every 15-20 minutes, there was one spectacular moment. Every 15, and though it was a tragedy, we tried to bring some humor in it as well to keep people awake all through. Into Ebia, these elements na by Emma ne successful box office now.
Maybe let me just go ahead of you and say my question I'm saying Busano. Let me say bia sana beya. The biggest challenge or how Asudie Kasiepa putting maybe theater together with this number of people nipa we be out there more I'm sure it's funding sikasem sanetiana
kwesi no correct enya funding but funding di mu akotene
okay
funding di mu akotene because we had a cast and crew of about mechanic na boma between 220 to 250 mechanic na boma
and Sanipa we nyina no mutiom ka no
every single person
ya chekwa
there be every single person has to be paid
enti me fan say on a night ana say adwumedi na mudi no obeye play no na we mum so munsa akoma no omonya munsa no aduane enya say ye betua mo kanko to perform o obe video mo obe video mo binom ha obe mo TNT obe mo refreshment kwasi nsuo nko ametro nsuo bo aye boy nsuo keke
because you are doing theater and one person will be used so a sachet DNB. Now you one bottle, it brings some order. It's easier to gather in kugu near there or normal watum no near there. So it's a bit more expensive. Rehearsal about 3 months. Every day, Monday to Friday. Okay, we rehearse mainly Monday to Thursday. Friday is specialized rehearsals. In Friday, so you rehearse only with Odewale, the lead character, and just the drummers, and just the dancers, and just the chiefs, and Bibia, and on the end of Friday. Say Monday to Thursday with this large cast. You have to get refreshment for everybody. You have to get, sometimes you may have to get a small chops near there, but production days you have to feed everybody. Because you say 50 cities per head, and you are doing maybe 2 shows in a day, you may have to feed them like twice. You can consider them. And usually maybe 220 to 250 year making there may be extras. People that may come in to do small things a young kind maybe a security for ashes ne or more ticketing bench near the na say the money na ebe kan ho dia near 300 no. Sika would be the biggest challenge, but the next one would be management of the people, management of the talent. Because when you see anybody in the Bruni Free baby egos would clash. We back say, we microphone, louder chair media, and then we dare to say, and then we make up no use it brand way, and then it's not easy. It is not easy managing the people itself to have a certain environment in Nije ewo obia bitmede odo ne Nije aye adwuma na said e problems be uncover because the thing about actors say if there's a problem backstage, if you're good, you see the problem on stage. It will show. They cannot hide it. It takes very strong professionals to be able to manage. Now I was reading something about that series, Game of Thrones, and there was a gentleman called Bronn of Blackwater. Any lady who play Cersei Lannister. Yes, proud to series, no. Not they had been in a relationship, real life, and the relationship had ended badly. Ain't almost signing a contract, we who say we womb. They signed the contract in such a way that the two of them would never meet on set. They never really had to. All through the series, there was only one time that they met, but even that time they never spoke. They just walked past each other and ran on. These are some of the things. Managing artists' egos is a tough job. Adding into the aside Sikano, managing the people in Ankasa was another headache. Even identifying the talent itself was not an easy task. Their overshare, is a little different from their secret share. Their overshare and not depot for no.
No, enu for no.
Okay.
Enu for.
Everyone depot for.
Me nim so me depot for because me nim nyam ye depot for me who depot for a different way enu for.
But say depot for so who no for.
But depot no nyama bi wo horma me say me hu say we depot.
But we na different kakra. It's all the who no for. Even Pajo say question Socrates be a question.
He's out of order.
It's a young okay.
Yeah.
And even getting people to commit to play that role. Say ibia omobi or upper body on stage for people to see, a full auditorium to see. It wasn't easy. And there was another group.
Mimusao.
Yeah.
Until ladies no mu menufusano. Omudi jina stage no susano. Is it Diana or I'm agree on better.
Oh, they are actors. So what's it? The concept of acting as here. I mean, once you speak to them, you tell them what the role demands of them. There was another set almost so I say it was quite voluminous kakra. Almost almost green. Almost so it was just conversation. Not one more.
I think I miss out on is say na me ni honorable afinyo marking it. I should have nkese nkame hwe no brana e man be twa we ni nkese me hwe but I was so much interested because at a point me hwe omujira stage me hwe am say gasi nufo e real nufo na bibi nti na me ncha de omobe fire nim pen am say no now they have to focus and engage and thing. So I was very attentive, very alert. I was like, because I couldn't just, these are pretty girls.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I shall need you now, I'm sure these are very responsible. So to agree, so okay, well, maybe menufu. But the menufu bet to one thing, man for mushi or theater no be at the point I was just arguing with myself. I said, I don't think this is real breast.
Because it was real. They are very professional. And backstage, and so they were specially dressed by ladies. Our main makeup person was a man, but he came with a team.
But what is the reason? The antina sana book no media men sana tie
for every play, no.
Are you trying to remember no person higher?
Oh, Debbie. I don't know how I know.
Yes, ne hami.
Oh, sorry.
But I said it. I said, I don't know, like, omujina omonufu.
Because is it part of African culture or not?
Minimum about part of African culture.
Maybe internet because even Dipo Bragronia do they show breasts? Independence Day, yes, set much. There were people on TV with showing breasts, and it was part of our culture. Yeah, now you're airfield, and we liked it. So what call and they are doing Krubo, hey, I mean, what call Akan lands, yomo Bragronia keka. They show it is it's part of our culture, and we wanted to depict the very best of African culture in any way possible.
Okay.
And Ebika said, but this is un-Nigerian. No, I don't know all of Nigeria's culture. But if you research, even in Nigerian culture, there are rights that they have that the ladies come out with bare breasts like that, similar to what we do here. Or and so we wanted to depict the best of African culture. We have the acrobats there. We even wanted to add a fire eater. Oh, normally Jana show we knew near the army, but you me you be obeying the city and nipa be 3 or 4 year audition. It didn't look fearful enough. Into me, I'm family.
And when we done audition for our girls because when so look for
there's a special casting group that handled that part. And so they looked at it. And my main focus was those that would deliver the dialogue on the stage. Dialogue because the play was heavy driven by the dialogue. Sure. And beyond just saying the words needed to be said. We broke the team into various units. To bring it all together. We'll be crowd acrobats, no, also share acrobats not to bring them on. The drummers, the dancers, because no one director can know everything.
Sure.
Muja play no Emma Menkwanka ka ibia, it will not be as spectacular as it was. But the various units, people coming together. Prince Hilton no more ijana sword na soldier ne say atogati no idea of getting the tree to come down lady na problem designing stage in there keka everybody coming together omunyina na ka homa na yes
I see ufree say and anytime mo ye event be say na be fine be to say okay just not just even drama na theater even music concerts near there ubeti we heavily seeking for sponsorship near kaka ho minim but amanonia na menti maybe they even get a sponsorship near there but tiso mu sa by the end mostly ana yesu dia na officer dia na ese ye dia na officer ye hia dia na ese timi esi ma probably ye ba be ye bibiti sese a yensu sikasem ne ka ho no
because amanone okwa various theater groups no almost seasons and festivals near me. A lot of these seasons and festivals no are buying ebo honka.
Okay.
Are buying for hoka and a lot of the theater organizations near the no do na eton seasonal tickets. Into seasonal tickets no corner na they know the amount of revenue omo for this year.
Okay.
Groups no so be no so no omo theater promoters near there no so they have other partners omo the resources neba. So they just engage the theater groups and na do na where they get most of their funding from the air tours.
Okay.
Now so aha yentimi nyesa tours ne bi. Ebia yebetimi afa the Socrates Theater Festival. Socrates Theater Festival, it's funded by Reverend Dr. Councillor Lutrot Foundation. Now, the funding supported by Despite Media Group, supported by that funding. Into a banner sana na Socrates Theater almost selected 4 or 5 theater groups. So 4 or 5 theater groups number tour Accra, Kumasi, Takra, de Sunyani, Ibiani, de Tamale account. So that's what you're being no revenue ebeba. Then the theater groups will make their money. That is one. Now so Hana and Tessa. And a Hanon Suno. We don't really have a fund for theater. Because even the theater groups now, organizations, the organizations are in court fighting. GATS, Ghana Union of Theater Societies, near there, Ghana Actors Guild, almost all these groups have their own set of challenges. There is no real organization that is championing the cause of theater groups in Ghana. Because as at now, we National Theatre Ifriwa in Accra, the only other place you may be able to do anything close to a play, a conference center. Conference center, and so the stage itself is not theatre friendly. It was not built for theatre. Into also your extensions that increases your cost. Even as a country, your commitment to theatre over the years, though artistically it is growing, from the government perspective, I don't think that it has seen much help. I mean, you for National Theatre. This weekend, I mean, more people must be tender for air conditioning generator. We thank them for that. We are hopeful. Yeah, one point so say air queen now it's me plumbing works, it's me changing rooms, it's me over here it has not been same. We don't really have organizations that are actively funding theatre, that are actively supporting the creatives as it exists in other parts of the world. Yinyana Sanka, I mean, it would have been a different conversation because say actively we've really been committed to theatre. And even the University of Ghana School of Performing Arts, they wouldn't have abandoned a new auditorium set to train theatre people for so long, for almost 20 God knows how many years, while we still commit to a lot of other things. We fall on corporate Ghana. Corporate Ghana, so there, if they have to cut their budget, sponsorship, advertising, that is where they will look first. Omo ebia disposable in ana omo nya bibia omo betime e dey supporting normal supporting. So support no kra kwesi usually it is not enough to meet our needs because the gods are not to blame you you say our budget was almost 400 to 500k, between 400 to 500k thereabout. You saw the number of people, you saw the costume, you saw the set, lights, sound. Na LED screens crack I don't know about lighting no so any idea. LED screens will be over a day. You rent the small side there, you say a 4x3 and you spread it rectangularly. Also rent a 4x3 or Ghana one spend day about 3,000. Would the crew na wouldn't bear 5,000. That's per day. We use it for how many days? 4 days. Or 4 days because of rehearsal and so into no cry bear 20,000 minimum. Then comes lights, then comes sound, then comes sound and so lapel and so they rented per unit. You see 35 lapels. Even if you are paying 300 cedis per unit, do the math. That's per day. No number of days. Ansana Adriane, ansana kwesi enough form. Internet debibia yes corporate Ghana. Na fi mamemfa aseda kese pa nkoma Ghana Tourism Authority and beyond the return secretariat and any plant car rentals and munyina enyamwanka this final run came to me anya because kwesi ebana sa cost no what we made at the gate would not be enough to meet it enya possible.
George Quay of Image Bureau, gods are not to blame. Nasia, now we are Anna, when we review National Theatre. Almost the before by Bedium come about studio Hanum saying, Tilly Kuni Power Hanum saying, Socrates Safo Hanum saying, Councillor Lutrot, now Dr. Councillor Lutrot. And so our Hanum say, boy, and so I say. Quickly, my main call round. Na yenin komo kakra. George, you can maintain that microphone so that ometi me aswenge the other microphones around. Na ometi me I can want some. Councillor, mention as if you wait here, George. I mean, minim say bia utimi nya bre etimi hwe gods are not to be blamed. Gods are not to blame bia. But so far, komo kakra ye di about theatre, the challenge, or how I should dear dom so putting such maybe fine theatres together. Nyama ya film minti wadwen che kakra betim dia boa.
Ramdase me ma official panso. Na me nkase nyame adom afi ba kwansa beto yen. Enyo bia na nya ni sei. Enti ma official pa e ma panfo nyina na etifo munya nwuye nyina official pa. Wa wunso awa samado. Yema official power samado. Bra, say na say me ko hwe Saturday na atwam, which was the last one. Now so juma no ko ye mienu. Na say me ko final event closing ceremony so for 13 African Games. Na ngase me tan ko asene ke aba George Quay, but time now I'm family. It's a deficit for me, but okay. So I can't talk much about the play by the marche. Nina, because you have it my critique. It's just I'm going to share stone by the meet me di hunkomwe. But them say complainer George Quay Eddie 2J. This is not the first time. Yeah, bra penny sikeni ba ko da yentem politician Sukri Safo. were decent komoisa many times. Kamea Koeti say we know what the issue is, but who solve it? Who know? It's not like ye nim the ekoso. The politicians know what the issues are because a manifesto preparation 8 years ago. So Christopher, even before the 8 years, because according to Christopher Mpono, NDC for time I'm prepare nyama for the Creative Act. Your friend, money any input. And it is running the same way with the Creative Act industry. So me as a meeting say one day will be see a form committee to see challenges facing Creative Act. Me say is because by virtue of radio programs, entertainment review issues, they're Ghana. Everybody is aware of the circumstances surrounding the Creative Act. Or say a place for theater. No credit say apart from National Theatre, no. Untwinya baby at least wait me manage. Even National Theatre won't manage. Enti se uti we nyina na ochira costa involved in running a player. First question number is Mr. George say se theater ne rani ye na sa band in nsa aso mo ase anka na ka sa cost ye betima ba fon ana because yan fan say la pair on current from outside yan fan say lighting your koji buy you on koji outside what am I say? I mean most of the basic minim say on your standby generator na o use ho de ya enye too much assured enti sa nyama na o use yen say bia na ke won yan kese theater and a yes set ne siwanka. I think said the overheads will come down and also reflected in gate proceeds. Me also be here show be or say 300 Ghana cedis regular and there be 500 Ghana cedis regular, VIP 800 Ghana cedis, VVIP and enya share comedy show and obi atras here you laugh for this amount of money and come back to pay how much for electricity bill. Was I gonna follow my church? If these things are supposed to help us, and ucha theater, the say according to Nyama say stage play, theater, drama in Nyama way, it is meant to be a tool to shaping the country. It's fan say although a team a business venture every government that comes into power is the biggest cash cow for every government that comes to power. Sa project they die a betwem when say Odo River Assembly a kwa embo and yanko kusi da bi wu. Emfa say yetumi ye bibi fa ho na ekodane microphones yen two ball and go. It is meant to do these things. It's meant to shaping our patriotism. But me say abiding Sanyama way as compared to football. Na simple the athletics have a count. So investment across our areas, you know, it's like almost outcome if you want to a son man on this can be come huntiana. Groups say boy to say son on kain almost court unso dear. Obi nka so bi court our bonny. But obi to me court. Yeah, train at the delay. Obi so to me court order at the delay progress for other people not to get to anywhere. What them say? Enti Creative Act theater idiot. The kremi say ne be krem. Taba ye was school dey see e ko Legon for sa theater na wo pa. Chale drama studio hono. Taba ye renovate po ye ko ani peniji. Ye renovate e be to say gold mine. Obeso nso wura mu bi na hu se na tie. Enne minim de be koso. E na minim se na e ko no. Mesre say omampanyi a oko happy birthday belated ena de omoye omadwen so omoba say event say ba omia o freedom o yes butterfly ani refi butterfly frafranto ana his excellency John Domani mama omumie obi obebe bia no mesrom o memum be form committee bia manifesto na wom dada NDC for die wom MPP for die e wom dada ye yusu ayemfie hu ano. Let's think about the Creative Act and especially this drama thing at George Kwe must start. Because say George Kwe movie or you play ni ankosha. I don't think your image bro will still stand proper because this is what you are made for with April whatever no. This is what you stand for. And I'm about to say Uncle Ebo White. You've enlightened and our mama now more bigger because I don't know but I to say competition I to say my building under ni shield I'm ubia shebi and your mine yes or mining boy and a corporate Ghana. Momboa. Why? This can India.
Okay, me da say so great microphone and I'm into you. I drink George Akasa theatre. Odia say onya kwenya okohwe
Minya kwan. Minya kwan me pa. Yeah. But kwesi me ya say ma me last one no. O can say changes woman no.
Nya kohe na no phone him.
There be.
Oh.
Kwesi dia we bosom ne bai, edru bosom ne part no obai. There be last one bosom didn't remember. I think there was a technical problem with the hologram.
Okay.
You introduce the hologram machine be a ma bosom be bar stage no so.
You said na BB. I said
yeah, that was the one. Yeah. And okay, I had a technical hitch in it was supposed to be bigger.
You said best starting on that. Yeah, there was a bit of you.
Well, me ya much it yeah, ma share.
Also, it was nice.
Yeah. Oh no, but
if honorable film marking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ask him that how was the breast and this thing. He'll tell you.
But because me say you share first one no. How much it because no phone no. Yeah, I should be no. I care for me.
Number 4 use.
Number 4 you use peace hide. Number 4 you use peace hide low number. Because baby at the best stage. Me actually Moisha Budon be. When you use peace hide low number.
This girl they pass peace hide and things so.
The one you saw?
Hey.
A living thing in Ghana.
I'm telling you.
And the MPs are watching. I like that the majority that was just okay. That one alone solve the problem.
But because me, I don't agree with our brother say Obeka say this is the last time. And yes, I need a theater. No, and yes, I need a theater.
Say one person move on to new things.
But just say
or see one person move on to new things.
There be one say who create content now. A be living being.
Yeah.
A what there be
me no I mean said that who call some of let's say baby omuye theater manja tumpa ni adia. It runs for it's been run for years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But because one say there be me can has say near me know the cool film industry. Ignorance and stupidity. Ignorance in the part say nyema bebre ani ye nim. Now e bedru baby a enya effect on us ye study ye hu ne ye ya e de ba form no. Instead see ye bejae no ye da so yes adena. That is where the stupidity comes in. Initially ignorance. Now I see my brother repeating the same thing. What creates idea no? And now me no ka say kwesi if they are to put up in Koma you do saying if they are to put up this show next Wednesday where the theater I believe will be free. E nipa no wo ho omo lines bibia ya chiwa wie bibia wo ho and they are to put up this show next Wednesday. I think he will get a packed theater.
Because Socrates is right.
Okay, so maybe extreme channel.
The reason I was say you're arrested on because I say we're a theater practitioner. There's the possibility to get lost in one product. But sometimes it is good to give yourself multiple products. So that say Ebia will enter into a festival season. Ye hope say Ebia getting towards the end of the year. You bet me a combine with Ebia GTA. Cultural forum ne de akeka ho na ya hwese e betimi aye ebia 2 weeks back to back ebia e fa play way in 2 days this play in 2 days because we see like it or yes variety is still the spice of life
but me musa to say ebia na so critique say
yes sir
say o kasoki well for now you arrested ntie bi kra me fan say be 2 years now gods are not to blame emma ebia enekro bi if you no be tin ho asem
okay
so identity and so kiwa ebebe bi man next year. And now we even say so afibia no.
Yeah, that's good feedback. You can say arrested and then on say yeah nyebium. If there are conversations of going on a tour. We have people we are speaking to in the UK. We have people we are speaking to in Nigeria. People because Nigeria they want to make a statement and let them know say at least Ghana still has one over them. Yeah, form of play. We've done it better than they would ever do it. Then possibly the US. Into these conversations are going on. Now, so Ghana, dear,
So creative
Butaya
opportunity.
is see initial.
Opportunity.
So Butaya chair said the team that we have worked with need to get into another production.
Opportunity.
And that production is as soon as possible. June, you another production in honor of the oldest lecturer at the University of Ghana, Professor Martin Owusu. And we need to get the team to start work on that as soon as possible. No, Kresa de Abeka, no. Yakasi arrested and non Chesa say ABA, despite media group. A special request say, oh look, you per se Fred despite special request. You bet me stage here, the fact that it's been rested doesn't mean say we've forgotten about it forever. There be.
Because Juma yes over the years. You know, me part of image brewer. Me kaise mene damfubiye. May his soul rest in peace. A drew point in here who said, look, we have everything, we have equipment, we have artists, BBA guho. At the end, yeah. Namen kwan na me direct. Into no, yeah, che group number 4. And na, ye fa, kai kafui, diveno, ye fa kafui. Even some efficient, no munina, ye rupu, omon in. Akwete Kain, who is also an established filmmaker, Mekaisi Yerupuni in. Akwete Khan was the one who directed Chiwa and Enyama. So with the 4 groups, no, yeah, more BR projects now. Yeah, sometimes I only visit the set to just go and monitor. What you have to do, having established this play, no, you employ a whole set of artists. A be understudy, a be no more a whole management. We have students. Omo every school, omo every perform school of performance. You bring them in. You set up. Your friend is saying, play. The gods are not to be blamed. Management team. Omo manage. Umoja. Unim how many a year omo ye tour. Omo timi ko about 3 different tours at the same time. The same script, no concept, no. Omo ba hanse no. Na ebi wo baby fufronzo the same Umoja.
Umoja has about 20 different groups. But Umoja also has a certain different level of funding.
Me pacho to boase. You see, adeni yesuya. And you know, this one no is about time you set up a whole team for it to manage it. Every Wednesday, it may not be your friend say the best actor. Andrew, it may okay. Anyway, but I don't come on see a be at yes, but you see, my last point, if this is too expensive and the cost you are not making anything out of it, why are you doing it?
May I sure say in your life as a filmmaker, it's not every film you've made that has brought you revenue.
Yes, but that's why I stopped.
Sometimes you do.
I realized that I'm not making money anymore. When I was making money, but see, I mean, who say?
Because Image Bro as an
passion is
organization,
not enough. Food also counts.
Yeah, you need to do things that would also give you visibility and a name.
So you have benefits somewhere.
Ubisa say when a chatter house would come on, say VGMAs is a cost to them, and I have worked on it before, and I know it costs the company money. Or share the stakeholders involved. Ideally, they should have stopped it years ago. Now, so what does it do? It gives Chatterhouse a certain leverage in the industry, a certain name, a certain brand presence, a certain baby.
Oh, okay. It's not financial.
Yes, it brings you some level of visibility.
Then you can continue.
That you need to leverage.
And you don't stop crying.
Oh yeah. Crying there, we are not crying. Now, so what we need to do, and I like that this is coming from Socrates, somebody who's in government, because the thing is this. So
minimal going to say sunu.
An individual in one weekend, I was able to employ nearly 300 people with one play. Imagine if we have been able to empower 10 more of my type. One weekend. Imagine how many of the youth will be employed through theatre. And then Uncle Ebo and knowing Uncle Ebo, he's also employed about 200 people. Because Uncle Ebo, the level near different. I employs people who help you park your car. And they ashes, volunteers, so many people. So imagine if every weekend we are employing about 200 people. The multiplier effect of that Internet and yeah about but it's about the impact that we can also make in society and how we can contribute to GDP and how we can help eliminate, most importantly, unemployment.
George, yanko Randa, till if a microphone, I mean to you, wajin share, yanko in 10. Yeah.
My first question I may be say all cano or amount or spending on it. By your casanya so your casa corporate Ghana should come on board near the day. I want to know I hear na musuma make it. Say because for corporate that they have to know say adena mo ya so no. But yes, your side we are fond of mentioning the cost involved, but never mentioning the outcome.
It's very easy to do the math. So yes, spend it maybe young capping in Vienna at 400,000. Tickets net back here saying 150 cities. 150 cities now. A percentage of it goes to government. GRE bedroom model. Minus remember how. Your ticket officially is approximately 120 cities. That's about the cost. The Academy buying Sika. It's approximately because their interest, the share in there for government is about 21.9%. But no encompass other things. In the say ticket about 120 cities. 120 cities. Near say give and take 10,000 people actually play now. 10,000 times 120. I don't know any mass. 10,000 times 120.
I said,
1.2 million Ghana. And to say each show costing approximately 400,000 roughly. Well, then let me even bring it down to 300,000 because sometimes we get some sponsorship support. About 300,000 now. 300,000 times 13. Yeah, 13 shows. 300,000 times 13. Each show will not cost us the same because normally you use it across the board. And say averagely each show will cost us 200,000. And say each show costs you 200,000 now. Let's do the math. 200 times 13. And you're saying 2.6. There we 200,000 CDs times 13 shows. Oh, yeah, that's about 26. That's about 2.6. Into say your profit, yeah, thereabouts. Into what's your profits? Yeah, madness and 1.2 million. It's 1.2 million. You create 2.6 million. That is why we need corporate Ghana because at the door alone we will not be able to meet it.
Okay, moving on. Sound come when you start here. Me kind of first interview. Oka said this thing it was going to determine position in the National Theatre. And so far, per the what checking all the boxes. So what is that conversation? How are we moving forward? Position be Trewana.
Debbie, so it was part of the artistic director in residence deal. No? Now the board and management, I thank them very much for the opportunity. They are very happy, and we started conversations on extending it for our next production. Until we are discussing it again to see.
Are you political and assessing? Because
it's not political. If it were political, my main fan to who post be online, Nedia can say Leslie Semsemba will be crab a car say and I'm National Theatre, Abosso, and I'm me National Theatre. Please, I'm not being paid for the artistic director in residence role. It's purely voluntary. I'm not being paid for it. I'm not earning a peswa as artistic director in residence at the theatre.
George, if you can, ubetimi afa kwenya so na wachire more when they say artistic director in residence. No.
Okay.
Among for feel say biana
National Theatre na be media. Artistic director in residence naturally say over the years, no, National Theatre as an organization has 3 performance wings. There's the music, there's the dance, and then there's the drama. Music has its director, dance has director, and drama has director. Over the years, no. Drama, the last director, and I think was Mauli Semevo, who went on retirement quite recently. The drama part of the theatre hasn't had a director. Introduce the artistic director in residence now, to be able to work with directors in the space. Say ebia quarterly biano, ombema director be aba in-house. Any teams now be ijuma. Now your file director now, you select a project to work on with a team. Because if there is no director, the team will be there, they'll go still. They need somebody to keep them busy all the time because at the end of the day, National Theatre performers no more. No, they will be paid at the end of the month whether they perform or they don't perform in a way. So somebody needs to keep them fresh and busy acting. So they so one yan to aswa, you get a little stale naturally. Internet, that is the whole concept. And almost share na eja nyamiadom ebeto meso as the one to start with for the artistic director in residence for last quarter. Last quarter, the project IFI, the gods are not to blame. The feedback has been good, the response has been good. Everybody is happy, and a revenue now. So there's a percentage, about 30% of all revenue goes to the National Theatre as an organization. that is also their stake in there. So they also make something out of it. And they also commit to various things to make it work. Internet a national theatre project in partnership with April Communications and Image Bureau. NIA. So that is the concept. Internet, any director out there in theatre who also wants to do it, I'm sure that you can approach the National Theatre and then they will consider. As at now, technically, can be so that we can extend it towards my next production, which is The Legend of Akusika, 1st, 2nd June, 7th, 8th of June. You go so I love to work with the team at the National Theatre. They are very talented, and I think they do very, very good and great job. It's a joy working with them.
My final question here. In recent times, people, because of social media and especially TikToking, people have become a bit more sensitive. I have friend in wokeness now. How is that impacting theatre and what you put out to ensure, say, somebody is not being offended and being cancelled in the future? And can forward stage? Are you not getting feminists coming to say you are in those conversations? That be
a good question.
The wokeness. People are very sensitive.
You play back or run for your wife. Meaning I know to me share. When's me Michelle run for your wife? Run for your wife had a few homosexual themes. I know, and not play no woman. The okoda from kucha photo. It had a few homosexual themes. You review and normal money tickets na. But I can be say but the play then some gay people there inside. And I'm saying, there was something like Fifi Coleman, Fifi Coleman Road.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, there were something like that. I was like, some man come out say, we they take the play, they promote homosexual or whatever. I say, but why? It wasn't even promotional because this is a play. It's me, sorry, them. MOB who said it was not promoting anything per se. It was just showing society as it is today. Internal, we're questioning legitimate, but also I say, theatre is a mirror of society. Society does not satisfy everybody. And theatre would not be able to satisfy everybody. That's the reality of life. Into when to me, theatre will be happy with. Even the gods are not to blame. The first time now, there's a scene. One who said a man on Moshe Green. The chiefs called them back. And on Moshe Fire. A woman got upset. She got upset. Say, why are you sexualizing? Yeah, you are sexualizing them. But if they've come and they've finished and gone, they've gone. They should go. I said, but is it not men who call women? It's not what happens in our society. And I'll say, yes, but that the fact that it happens in society, it is something we are trying to fight against. And I say, yes, madam. And I'm say, yes, madam, thank you for your feedback. Well noted. And you cannot satisfy everybody. It's the way society is.
Well, since I didn't see breast and tissue, all me fans. No. I want to agree. Oh, you see, your first one as guinea pigs to me.
There must be another one.
I mean, I also missed the opportunity to watch the Barbara because I can say on authority say no for never pa. Since I know you actually me, it's nice. I'm a woman, but I like breasts, so. Anyway, repatriation. Now, me say me busa. I say Tilly busa something about corporate Ghana. No, now there's one thing I think said this corporate Ghana issue. Na unkwana. Okay. I've interviewed gospel musicians. They brought up the same concern of how corporate Ghana Emba support comedians.
They don't support
and all of that. Me say me busa. Tilly asked the first bit of it, but me busa say when you go pitching these ideas and can I say products to these companies, what are the feedbacks you get? Probably maybe that feedback can inform us and I say Obia or no so AI corporate Ghana no to do better because my tip but I feel say these things are muye. It's an opportunity for them, although they will be sponsoring you whether in cash or what. It's also an opportunity for them to sell because the theater always gets full and all of that. So what are the feedbacks?
What I can tell you, they don't even know why their companies don't sponsor. That's the feedback that we've gotten because they see it, they know it. You give complimentary, say, oh, this is good, this is great. The next one we are on, the next one you take the proposal. They know it will be good. Why everything? What cross all the T's? What the product? You've changed script to adjust to men. You've done everything that needs to be done. And how your publicity will go. Say you meet all the KPIs. You do the billboard, you do the radio, you do the TV, you do everything. Now somebody call the company and they'll come back to you with an excuse. I've come to realize that a lot of the people themselves do not even know why. Internet, sometimes we are grateful to companies now about on board no? Because you realize that these are companies, some of the companies that have come, the people that are leading the decisions are people who understand and appreciate theater. Obi to say Mauko Afajino. You know, Stanbeck Man, God bless him. Since we started, he has been extremely supportive. I was coming there. Obi Samauko Afajino, God bless him. Obi to Mr. Joseph Adoyobo, Ebony Condoms, TFH, God bless them. Mr. Kwesi Ajman, Ghana Tourism Authority, God bless them. And Knee Plant Car Rental, Theo Ajin, God bless him. And a lot of these people, when you interact with them, Kwesi, you realize they sort of connect to theater differently. And let me also add Honorable Alexander Afenyomaken.
Yeah.
He came on stage, he spoke, and he has supported us with some funding.
Some cash.
Yes, with some cash.
Yeah.
He has supported us with some cash, and we are grateful. Oh, and you'll be an obepese with a figure no better out. If you haven't sought permissions or fatwa, you can't. But we are grateful, said they've supported us. Oh, and then there are other individuals that have supported us in various diverse ways.
Yeah.
We say for this run, there were students be on Beshebi. Honorable Matthew Puku Prempe and Honorable Asafua made it possible.
Okay.
We are grateful to some of these people. Ebia and your support and go J. Play no, but they make it possible for other people. Tickets because ticket sales non so buying. And I would say me sure the next play no say Wakasa or 100 tickets Ghana Civil Aviation for. And by the way, let me announce Arnold is in our next play.
Okay.
Yes. Arnold is back on stage in our next play.
Okay. Arnold, microphone and I mean to you. George Craig, gods are not to blame. Him say so far be with me nya. Kwan akwa be senate here. I didn't share any challenges putting a BBC together. Kakra, ni enko enim.
Oh. Oya announcement say mo next play no man bom nsem. George me bo abaso. One na shoko. My idea.
Any national theatre.
Any national theatre. Nah. Was it 13th, right?
That was the 13th run.
That's a record.
Yeah, that's a record. Yeah, no plane has run 13 times.
Yes, that's a record. I think we are not speaking about that much.
Yeah.
For a production to run 13 times, same venue. My idea, my idea, pam. Na no krebi oha ase yen pese beka. Na no kre no very simple. Unse boss first na anka ebo white and then mark theater a generated conversation. Props to Kobnansa, the young chap or theater.
Yeah.
And then Latif Abubakar.
Yeah.
Unim said Tamana Ebo White, although not as our monopolized theater.
Yeah.
But not Kobnansa and Latif more no more ye place na minimum dear my dream the reason now my Ebo White no a sage ahead of all the rest no media. The level of promotion and marketing.
Yeah.
Any platforms and media men no your show more radio more motives and my Ebo White and so kind of looked as if say Ebo White was in control. Now the corner into me can the fact say when it comes to the promotion of theater no, as a judge and then National Kono, they are giving the Ebo White the run for his money. Because since George and National Kono Ebo White monopoly no so kakra. And I'm not saying this as a form of disrespect to anybody. I'm only recognizing the fact say that is the reality. George Ene Ashoko ama theater conversation or be debut. I mean, let's be fair.
And Fifi Coleman too is not doing.
And Fifi Coleman, Fifi Coleman so is in the picture. And guys, when you know airborne Muhammadin, but Nyan support and the rest. But the kind of tool George Ene Ashoko used to know, I say, or more on that scale.
Some more advantage,
of course,
because they are media personalities.
Yes, ain't Jordan Ashoko, it will be a moody antia more yes, I know. Because guess what? I'm saying, boy, so promote Dubai or no sex.
Yeah,
there's a play.
Yeah. I like the theme. The theme.
Yeah. Dubai or no sex. Yeah. And I could not also promote too. This weekend.
Yeah, this weekend, started yesterday.
Yes.
Great play.
Yes. And then basket math and Kamako share.
And I could not also in the pants of a woman.
Yeah.
You what you say?
Yeah.
But in the pants of a woman.
In the chest of the woman is actually also showing in May.
Wow.
Yes. Inti niema koso, but no credit there back up. Sometimes we want quite implemented.
In fact, seriously, we say George, because I'm not to blame, I'm more or less a shadow Dubai or no sex, which I think say we should team now.
No, see, me say no credit on and yet there, but I say I remember say we were at a point because you play be Burma camp. That period, no.
That was the weekend Gods Are Not to Blame open.
Yes. That period, no. Not George at GBB. George na shokwa GBB. But if you want to careful, no one can you because there's a certain competition, and I should be able to be white. That's not what I'm driving at. I'm only saying, say, model na ebo white usually at a point, and then George Musu used to at this time around. Ebo white cry, play cry, so that's what I'm saying. But shout outs to him. I don't know what people.
I think so. Maybe on also no banner publicity media side now. Oma relax.
No, there's a strategy you see which is difficult for anybody to catch up. Okay. Let's give it to a boy. He's still the legend in the space. Say, at the end, you all build a clientele to a certain level. You keep all the records, and then you start doing direct marketing. Instead, say, you radio and TV, so no, you send them emails and call them directly. And then that is where we're getting to. And also, I mean, like it or yes, he's the most established in the space.
Sure.
Ebo White has gotten to the point where he can even sell season tickets because Obi say he will do 4 plays in a year. It's not said they are not kind of in your competition or your boss, and we are all looking up to him and we are trying to follow the model. And then eventually, me feel says, now you collaborate here. If we're able to see ourselves as collaborators instead of competitors, we'll go far. It's a good observation, but we are all following the boss. Of course. We are all following him. He's the legend. And your no would all not be here.
And lastly, no, I say I don't know what I'm saying about, but no responsibility. Any national theatre no as an edifice, I say any because the kind of almost all these places no, almost house back one national theatre. And so say theatre no, I mean me who are friend marking more. Any a few high profile personalities are almost positioning to actually make changes. Almost share the cast and crew are George Nashoko UC for Run for Your Wife. Calculated plus 13 run. Covenant and so the white. I mean, so if challenges was a house now, a house on coffee way, then there's a problem. It should be fixed. It's as simple as that. Because the kind of entertainment national theatre at the Mayan, it's indisputable. And if the challenges was a honor to me fix here, I mean, I don't know.
Okay, George, I'm saying the theatre and come on, see. Meaning, what's the next one here? About
the next one is the legend of Akusika.
Okay.
The next one, me womu. In fact, in fact, this one can me see na me womu.
The gods are not playing Ghana, but he had to travel.
Yeah.
He had to travel.
Till he's on TS say me what playing him. Now the next one I will shock you. Somebody I don't have a problem.
Wait, I don't know one nana. I'm not never play one. Apart from one, don't mean play I'm not.
Me pacho or what they ban or what Ghana obient me Diablo.
No. But no a form no koda what is artistic about it?
Hey! That was the most important scene.
The whole play, what keeps in your mind apart from the floor?
Thank you very much.
It was a lousy performance.
Okay, because
okay, George.
Because the say, I mean, what I also come home a day acquire successful. And I was happy so to me by one night. That's the most important.
It was very gripping. Oh yeah.
Now you're bomb pie.
Very intense.
Because which was your favorite scene? What was your favorite scene?
I message go. I will be to say a breast name. You know, the favorite part. Was it fair colored and big breasts? Standing big breasts.
Which was your favorite scene?
Honestly speaking. On microphone. So use the second one, George. Yeah, the other one. Yeah.
Scene, bro. Which was your favorite scene?
Unim, Sina. I was like, say, elders miɛnsa no na ɔmo frɛ 2 girls no unfortunately say girls near 2 ɛna mmarima no so yɛ miɛnsa nti at the end of the baako no feel say ɔfrɛ no ɔba bɛkyɛ
man
but say ɛyɛ sɛ mmienu no ɔmo ware wɔ ho
no
ɔmo ware na baako aware nti ɔmo kyɛ adeɛ ni na awie no efi de ɔsɛ nti makyɛ so they say wo be dada John so gyina no say well
let me go to my wife
but you see that's one part attaching me because I say okay well men are your modern because you hear papa mpanyifo ya ometifu baby ometifu edui na still omo ti ahemfia na sa na omo ti ho ni nyina small girls yi na omo de eno ani ade omo dwen ho
because you know the interesting thing
Debbie.
That part was not even in the script.
I see
In the script name.
But I mean certainly that society I mean
that's
these
society.
are things that goes on here mpanyifo they even go sometimes omo timi ko baby a omo could take decisions affect you but exactly. Still you see man must not live by bread alone but by both fruits.
Kwasi me da say internet we dey nyame nhyamu na mesre kwan kakra na monto ankomo so nyame nhyamu. Thank you very much.
George K of Image Bureau and of course onini nua ba na shako April Communications omodi gods are not to blame. Mom say the legend of Akushika and only the next player omodi bray. I'm sure say no time to do but you go and watch. And then you went so no conference center basket math comedy and also bebaso
FM Salete Pensa bien resultado FM
News on your number one station.
It's the weekend. Let the good vibes take over. Only on your favorite station.
With your favorite station. Digital and on your smartphone. Your radio is hot.
What on the jump on the other fucking entertainment review. And then it's a woman to some entertainment. I've been another entertainment review. Pressing in the bum for to us. Entertainment review.
Yanko enemy and to us entertainment reviews no as you go in Saturday 30th of March 2024 224 now chi so nkomo ba kwa ya shase ya comedian funny face ni nyina ne se nkwanhia wode ne car wonam krom na akopem be nipa yese akopem se na se num wo mu prepare eda hospital agya yarhwe na yene ya na musini bra funny face copy court edi nkomo kakra yentie na yemra ne hwe ensem no se ne siko about funny face so yentie bra me ne Jacob apia kubi ana musini okopi Kaswa District Court Akweli
kwese da no enyimre abra ya bo be se no nson ena menya ne ntie se eye akwehye bi esi ewo Kakraba junction a no wo Kaswa no wo in between Ewutu Senya East ene Gomua East enfife no funny face no eti eye Gomua East no ewo Kakraba na enyimre no okọ Kaswa runabout no na ya ma light off until now we bie eye nyom no ka wen chicken and we road gas na abafom na odika eye runabout no hia odika ho hia pekope no ti free no di ni che ni fie kwan enti abia odu ni fie kwan no na speed wom o mane ekọ ni fie kwan a obenya akwanhia and after so kon de nim tin so obe cars e wo nim enti eye KFC for bus stop no ana ya adisia na omo prepare ejina na omo peka e say sabre na kwehia ni esi no na yedum kane enti no KFC for na nimu ho na light wo enti na adisia no kojina ho say anka omo train car ama na be form after so nipa ba ko no so pen enti no so fra okada tanka okada no emra be fa no enti abra nipa ne tra okada ne so a na accident no esi enti me no ka say eya mame baako a onu kita nkola mienu baako hyeneti na okita baako wani nsem na de na okita no wani nsem no me no ka say ne nine mienu ni na egugu a doctor for eguso omo hwe no afensi de o che mame na echi no so no eti behwe foma omo kirem a omo kabrofo bi se wenya internal bleeding wani tim enti me no ka say de omo achekire ne ti ene nesa mami na nkasa so no me no ka say de onu so ne ti be mu de pa yi ngofo mienu na omo ti okada no so no almost Omonai and Muti in a papa and Yankuma. Now, I said that Nankatano, almost the Omuku Pimu, a Kaswa, a government hospital, a war, a polyclinic, a war high overhead Nasina, a home no which will say. Senya Omupriano Etiano, move here says almost transform more edible. And the Nipa no Timoto no suno and a 9 April plano or no Eka a Apolano internal beauty no. Eho ekopemu a biniba aba ya retabia and after so passenger na no fu moto no ene maame no ene ne bana na okra no wani tem no omo ka polyclinic a omo hwe omo but ene dey na doctor for omo hwe nkrofo mi ni nyina kire mu se emo ayedin nti wono omo de omo ko biniba no mi ni wo ka se tie die e de omo aba kolebu aba ya retabia omo di ayahwe after mi nsana aka no so no ye more if you polyclinic or the mother and child hospital and also a year caswa. Let's just say a platform illumina you more if I started the cock him. Let's just say baby almost caneno a more a house and the omu cock more almost I are head. And then they and a caswa a police for bomb modern nobody a funny face could be more a year caswa a this spot. Now Bramu copy more on a year. Funny face, judges, lawyers, judge say, almost a judge in the say, Uncle, almost funny face bill now, Uncle Fee. Now, Bibia, a prosecutor, a funny face, no, on Bejan Manaba now, on my issue, so, and a prosecutor would say, almost a platform or Muprano, and the airport Susiana, and who may hear say in Shimumapa, at the Coso. After Insuno Abra, Omo a funny face, a baby Akunshani Siano. I did share 100 in a bonus of water now. Wabu says Stram, and to know on whom they hear say, on Besser Cotton, no cotton, no more, now what you no more funny face, and for a Sabia, no more checking the medium, nothing to know, Omutua, a year or Mushisha Munoso. Now, funny face, Omomana Bella, a beha or Mudume pa. Bemo attachment to happiness or HM say, a police for no air cano, a tossum, into Minuka say, Yaromani, a year funny face 2 weeks. Police station. A police phone here no, Mayor Shishumiano, or Beomo, not Shimuno, Etmiacoso. And then better move Caswa district, Caswa Aquile district Cosno, say in the Primo by
Peace FM.
So Jacob Piakobi and I any Dean Coram said Nade Chimwi, your name was Sini, Nasem Yan says CCR funny face or police for Akukum. And you more corso and ABS Yabeti before Frubia now in about 2 weeks in the time no swan. But near Ababeto Jana said there's a fundraising be a corso. Now fundraising hon sem no Nina so ye Ninia comedian DKB no this asemi Ababeto Ja. Mebo DKB in some of the two or the two jano mebo and no Eddie Amamo but my member who say yes nipa ya funny face di ne car kobo no entia yenyane chese yes omu nyina no omo ho to mo ba bem se mienu kra de ye mefi hospital omo ekofie omo maka no so no yes nyamencha de be omo da na em se quite okay ne sa eno ne o ho no see oda so ye please remand funny face na DKB edin sembia ba betuja nsem a comedian DKB dia ba betuja ne tifo yenti na yemra na yenye adwenche emfimpen for.
What's up, my people? So this evening I was there and then I got a text that no more, I'm trying to reach you, I'm not getting through. So I checked the sender, it was funny face. So I called him and then we had a long chat. Matter of fact, he also called back. We talked at long periods. And then he sounded very regretful. He has really regretted and he's overwhelmed by, all he's done and everything. So he says I should tell you Ghanaians that please, he needs help to take care of the 5 victims. He's begging you guys, let your donations come, let your support come to help him take care of the 5 victims. Now forget about him. Let's focus on the 5 victims. So please, if you're watching, please let your heart be touched and donate so that for the sake of the victims, yeah. And then he said we should have a chat on WhatsApp so that the evidence will be there that he gave his mobile money number for me to put it out there. So it's not like what Kwame Polo did to me. He actually said, I don't want to do you the way Kwame Polo do you. My God. So I'm going to share the chat we had. And also, this is a beautiful part. He said that deeply from his heart, what he's done to the kids is not fair. So he's going to adopt the 2 children, the 1-year-old and the 5-year-old. He's going to adopt them and, sponsor their education, everything. So that's, the news I have to send to you. So now the rest of the video is going to be our WhatsApp chat. So you can pick his mobile money number and then send. You see his name on there. And then let's help a brother get out of this hellhole he's gotten himself into, Charlie. Cut it.
Peace FM.
Comedian DKB. So na sem ni nyina na say or say funny face or honum see na funny face sending message or ni di nkomo. Na sem nyina na say osi ohia mo Ghana for yemra no mo yen toto yen sase yen keka yen sase na yen pe bibi ma no na opese o de boa victims wo mo o de cars boy or de car boy mu opese o de boa mo hu hia papa enti ne obetimi e de aboa bia no sa na ye DKB eka about this in some more the 2 jano na osi funny face say enkoda no kra ni wedi afi baako ani mfie num no nyame so no na so timi be fia asomdwe mu a obe adopt am tese obefa omu sika umusuku sika sem ni ka ho ni nyina no ono funny face obefa to no ho so well so my memory na yenni nkomo questions for microphone na men sha see views wo hanam say I was ankomo ehu
Peace FM.
funny face accident and subsequently nya DKB dia ba betu donations fundraising menje wadwenche
well kwasi the kind say accident enya de a obi bia se wotan obi kura na obe pere obe bom empire ma sai nipa ne se wonkonya enti se wote se wunu bi drive na wakonya akwanhia na wonya de tie didim so wote ase a na se edi kan da onyankopon ase ti kwasi de edi kan no ye da nyame ase se na no funny face enya ne ti didim a kye se anyone so a omunyo omukonya akwanhia no de odi cars ko bobom no ye da nyame ase se na ya yegu so aye kase no nchiremu aba se wo mo ho atom a ebinim kra no ye de be discharge wo mo ye da nyame ase wo now kwasi let me deep into the asem no mami bowuram kese pa kwasi ye di kan se wo hwe police report abededi for charges a yede abo funny face kwasi report na kire say he's been charged drunk driving sapepe according to police just say eno the yede abo no kwadu ne say na wanom nsa na or drive nti na careless driving so e kan ho bi kwasi sasa na asam ne tie pa dia na kire say ye nyina no ye bedi funny face hu yaw pa yi pa ye bedi no hu yaw yi kire say ye nua brand here no for the past years he's been on as a society in faith as a nipa ya bon we ye sre na ho odin na yaresa amanfo ye say koka like media obi bia fight say he needs help yemwa no he needs help yemwa no na nipa na ye sre say yemwa no no yeguso a ye boa no a ye we kwa apena ye bani na no kakakra ye donate na ye de boa say ye mfa mboa ni na no what do we apetashi na kwasi ma sifin bebre pa on this one because with all their funny face ehuni na no anticipation is an kono ankasa betuma abon ho adwa protect abon sabe so obi kwa na eye wa ese wa susu utumi eye nipa ne bi na watumi atu hofo na anka watumi ahwo ho su yie kwasi de tosu mienu minim de asia every minute and seconds bia no ye de funny face number 2 dwa say yen get donations na ohia support the kind first one e buy ye de number 2 dwa say oso onye opesika no de akwa hwe ne ma okumasa ana asamoajan e de number 2 dwa solicit support amanfo kikiri amanfo kikiri kwasi sa me no kasa yi ye nya official report bia say bia o ye this normal no tu dwa no sika menya ye nya ani na matumi kwa hwe enkwala no the botaya funny face de tu dwa say ohia sika enu say onya public sympathy so opesika no de akohwe de ma e wokumase kwasi agbaje mami bi say what is say funny sa nkwala no sika na ode tu dwa ode momo tu dwa no nkwala no watuma akohwe mo after the donations yetin ho asem bia and then enai ayeti studio had my yekasai then there's an accident victims among former prepra and then we are told serve yes also the telephone number asan to dwabiem say enkwara na omwe prepra no wa regret wanu no ho enti opeso wa adopt enkwara no nti yemfa ne number emfa nso emfa tudwa na ayi yanjiji scan emfa nko kwese agbaji funny face one ono anema wawo mokra no onye sika no de afaka e de akwakohwe nkwala no awokumase enti ahoden bai ana wosan wo biewu a wobetumi aka kire so obetumi agina afidie so se wokwakwa adopt obi mba a wode ne mobile phone asan tudwa se yensan kwagigi sika bio na yefa nkonkohwe oyi ofa nkonkohwe nkwala wa ba adopt omo na kwasi to adopt obi ma no do you know what it is what na say mpense mahwe what goes into adopting a child from education to akola no beko university to han what na say mpense mu anase mobile money na e dey ato no no e ya dey a ye be contribute sa to some akola no beko university awi ana so sometimes no enema bi o and I want to say obi bia odi ye dey funny face numbers ne to just for support no it is hard time see you be just hard no we need to call a stop to it because it is depreciating the young man's brand in the career. He is a young man. Just last year a whole company Dano signing as brand ambassador to their company. It's funny face still has a brand. I bet me I didn't announce there Juma Amal brand and Eric support their man. Just last year, for being a go and check. He was a brand ambassador for Dano Milk, a whole big company such as that. They signed him on. I don't know more call around the whole country. He did marvelous, even almost signing or yeah, Juma so correct. And I know, sir, I don't me person me why cry woman cry renew sir. I renew the contract I'm man for expa woman renew a man. Eti me who say no man say you dey no my to on seeking for support say more now. I get a bit pissed off because I say he's on charity. As a funny face is on charity. And it is high time we stop that. I want to tell DKB he should remove that number from social media. See NGG scam from my funny face because he's going to adopt a child. On one man or see now on one man or didn't number 2 just see NGG scam from Kohen man Ukumasano. What is the account on that money? And has he been able to go and check the children? Because he called the woman in Kumasi, friend, you know Kumasi ne bisa mame. Said no kunu no man or the 2 just what Jesus kada behind on one man Kumasi no. What you make Kohen Kolana now before this accident. And now you are going to adopt another person's child. Then you tell us what the number is how to jump. It's Yanko Jiska, Nafako Obisumba. Do you know what goes into adopting a child? Or even taking care of somebody's child? So I don't know what is going into the system, what goes into that. So funny face if there's any psychological problem, if he has any mental problem, the American said DKB Swan same. If our brother has a problem, we should seek the right medical support for him.
Okay.
That is the first important thing for us to do. Okay. Because funny face things are not being the best for the last 5 years. It's important for us to maintain his sanity before thinking about going to put the mobile money out. Say young Kwajis can adapt to Biba.
Okay. Tilly, microphone na mean to you so I drink share and come home.
Okay. Me mo dear my first point I made be kasa DKB. DKB me nim DKB interest was conversation where Musenia DKB did in one Jimu Adani say unofficial PR for funny face no. I am in a kakra because you say DKB any funny face any good history quite. I did we start here. I think say I was part of the Facebook account say I drop DKB no Jimu pay and check. Na me who say video I drop here DKB e ka say in as much as only way any no as a brother support. I understand brotherly support and say as someone to o say o medie but as someone to na we who say o hia nipa mo but DKB does not have a good record with amount for sema or can senya. At the end of the day he makes it about him. This issue is neither about funny face nor DKB. Intimate per se in the next year no ye can't say we are not DKB na yet the subject of conversation. May bonfire say ni trimu fine all supporting a brother until all ye and yet because of a so didn't who no munasa conversation ni attention ni I say me can be ne anything na oye because or start the first time oye or see a funny face manager can say it's not time yet say I was so mo yes ade no enti eba ne saying now funny face within this short time has agreed to it and I say manager is in China or now he is dealing with funny face directs our conversation no. I am just praying say in the next 1 or 2 years funny face will not make this whole thing about him and say funny face DKB will not make it about him because it is not about him. One man no mucho baby esanya ko san omo na ye dwe omo ntimi mo pa de say ye did this come obi and come ye for humo numbers ento abonte na ye support omo cause omo na omo ko omo baby e na obi no mo ne nsan e de omo ne san ekosan omo na sa conversation we start ya me hu say DKB aposti recent one ya aposti say oh funny face ye did this to show remorse no and repentance no person adopting karami no way no. The question is say or adopt or more as a get out of jail ticket and I say or adopt or more for what purpose because I don't think say for encouraging intention tina or adopt or more one monsa now with the drive now okonya accident in fact one monsa now the driver cry a problem now asan so dia konya accident no remorse now person will show no uko jail na prison now how many years on them no utine mua na insane sa nyoma no na titi we ni so na wotina se dwendwo abra bon ho a oba abontin a then now you come and show the society that you have repented and yes why ya there na insem no hit echire mu na o se me kwa adopting kwara no na. Has he thought of the financial burden, any emotional, any psychological need of raising a kwara sebi ni ho atochima because of accident onyaye? Even we raise you being quarampo, and mind you, psychologically, funny face is not in a good place. On one background, stressing out. Am I same when you start your crowd? Also, be relocate your baby because baby mama no drown was soon. And to ube you so obimba, we proud more as placeholders for wombana na say, which you find out the idea wing. And I think the questioners mentioned the financial constraints now. It comes with this thing. No, what you more about? Yes, because funny face. What I clear say you don't have the financial capability. Okay. Oh yeah, for what purpose?
Me ba mamin kodin komo we comedian DKB wa mano so nene etiefo ebo mamo but me yin chichim no being fan ka hona ebia yentimi nti ase DKB mo akwa baba entertainment reviews ewie.
Boss me too nkache.
Me sheho Charlie, me ne den kakra. Se bibia boko de. Na se me hu se ya na o ya de pa manfo na wa mo park cars no. Oni o mo preso pa keep it up.
Boss me woo. 3-4 days. Me a video no. 3-4 days later I come using. Unfortunately onya accident. Me chiu power carnage chiu trailer no say echino a stretch benim me front me bonnet to share seka like yeah that hey and you know it's hard metal and we speed there higher it's big clear or upper part but your body know from your torso you would die instantly
sure
somebody would full part the as video only for Kwame to be affected 3-4 days later. Can you believe the following week? We have another one, middle of the road, no triangle. So that make us say, Ghana police, they've been patrolling a lot. They should pass these places. Can you open your mouth instant fine? and then they take your details. We'll be charged 10,000 instantly because you are right now. I'm using damage. I believe it's more than 10,000.
Yeah, sure.
I mean the car, on one car, and the healthcare and all of that. And so I was saying, so they should pass a quick bill. Just like the way they passed a quick bill said, if I'm talking on your phone, I shall drive you the arrested. They should add it. Any trailer on the road, sport, no travel, no form of alert. Instant fine, 10,000 cities. They take the trailer number, call the owner, arrange him for court. So many lives to be saved. So all I'm saying is that Ghana police, with the IGP being the leader, patrol places no more fun. They will soon in the highways in town. On the car rough, because which is a trailer driver, so I don't know, say.
Well, maybe near hard drink a crowd who say, near my be said, Uhiamra to back it up. You can't just, yes, I won't see.
So you have to pass a bill. The police, they pass a bill of bylaw, quick bylaw. There's a police bylaw. Maybe.
Okay.
On terms and conditions, this is what happens to you. We don't need public debate on that. It's a bylaw, because people are dying.
Sure.
And I understand. Recently, say, Kwame Uswansa of late memory. That's what happened to him. So, how many people are we going to lose? How many celebrities are we going to lose through this avoidable situation? You know.
Sure. Well, ye frewa FI ye comedian unya funny face. Ye who a video. In fact, your boy video. It's actually a video, but your boy, because radio into your boy my TFB. So in Chechemno, near person can say a funny face now no freo. Say ye mwano mpesi kamano saying near semnopa.
So Thursday now with me who is around 7 o'clock. You shame me. Funny involved in accident, and one guy in green was narrating it. And today, I'm shame more Auntie Monica. Yeah, the voice I had in TV or video. No way. My brother cannot just kill somebody like that, and I'll be sitting down watching him. There, share it to car, straight to Kaswa. I'm telling you. Meaning Bibiotse in Kaswa, I didn't know where he stayed, but I just went straight to the Kaswa Central Police Station. And then they told me, say, yes, the case has been brought to them because it's an MTTD, not MTTU. I learned that too. So the case has been brought there because the Millennium City Police Station, where he was sent to, they don't have MTTD department, so they have to bring it to the Kaswa Central Police Station. Okay, so fine. Where is my brother? It was an admission. When they pulled him out of the car, people beat him.
Amobon.
Yeah, Amobon. So he was rushed to the hospital.
No.
So that's how come that night I couldn't see him in Kaswa. And so I stayed for a while to find out more information and everything. So me free Kaswa 3:30, almost 4 a.m. Yeah.
I see. Fast forward with this video, and in some year, okay. What's the funny face in the frame?
So the woman, I saw a text saying, "No more. I try to get through to you. The network the mess up."
Message and a call. Message and a call.
Funny face.
Message and a call.
Text.
Okay, text. Okay.
So I was, okay, cool. So maybe I find out the corner by it. Hey, God bless you. I don't know, say you do so for me. If not, they tell me apparently I've been off social media. So that's when they told him. So I came to follow the case and I haven't left Kaswa 4 a.m. and blah, blah, blah. So now I can't come up and all of this. So he really thanked me. And I'm catching, so I spoke to lawyer. Lawyer said, it's okay, it's good timing for us to raise funds from the general public to support the victims. But we know manager Kasa and also it's not time yet. They are also trying to raise money first. And also, it doesn't matter, go ahead and raise the funds for me. And I'm catching, so okay. So where will my evidence be? I don't know, go say yes. You have to give me evidence because of the Kapin Polo case. And I'm helping a situation. Maybe the phone number 2 air. I don't know if you remember the Kapin Polo case. Maybe the phone number 2 air. from somebody just showed up from nowhere. You know, if I people phone number, I went to the sales and she gave me the go ahead to help her. But then I never to her one guy from nowhere. 2 days later, there management man permission. And the number I'm there to say polo number, say number or means actually. But no, the number when you send that money is Rosemont. It was crazy. So funny thing, he doesn't want how a Gabon polo betrayed me happen again. So I know that Kate on the fundraising everything, and then they first screenshot and come video no as a receipt from him saying I've given me the go ahead to help him. I'm saying that's amazing. So we had a chat, screenshotted it when I did a video. Last part I made a chat. So the chat will say what Shaw say he's ready to receive more. People should help him. Then the phone number and his name, etc., etc. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he later told me, say, he feels terrible about the whole thing. So we don't know. If everything settles, maybe I find he comes back on his feet. He will adopt the children. I was like, this is beautiful. So I was also happy about it. So me come a video for the people to know, say, and he will adopt the 1-year-old and the 5-year-old. Yeah.
Okay. Now, so a be free say, what is the partner or share be free say, this whole thing, omunim say okay. Now only funny face montemo nya fine. And ti we no abanai say, bibia, wo ye wo sheda ya di judin. But I'm fair no kranto honum saying.
Now, I mean, which means in the Paponi are they need to help people regardless of the situation. So if you are listening to me and you think that they gave the person or what your motive, God will punish you. You are not a Christian if you claim you are, and you are not a Muslim if you claim you are, because people should practice forgiveness. People should give people a second chance. It's not always about your motives or one person or person. Anybody who say that person is a very bad, evil person, that person does not help people. Or a Christian or a Muslim, they are worse, because even your Quran or the Bible tells you to help people regardless. Give people a second chance. You don't give somebody a second chance, but what if they used to do more than a second chance? It's hypocrisy. And there's a lot of that. A bad mind or woman will be too much. They can't believe somebody is doing good to somebody with no expectation of returns. With social media, I have 1.6 million followers. Anybody who say that, shame on that person.
Okay. Now, Odi anonso to nchen ya ba be din komo you see it both sides of the story. So we try to reach out to the manager, Emma Funny Face, Genesis, a branch Nidin Genesis. Now, Genesis said, "Untimini and Kasawan from MCC because of near cost, but and some people already share. Ya no see bit me busa and say, what is your agenda?" A son said, "Near di kind only ne be kasaye." Or catcher said, "This is not the right time. Your bears are donations. No, a man for pra. Omo fa kwanya omo be fa so no ebi ometimi aso ano. Asem no so wo court. Woni na ba be kasa ono ye manager ma Funny Face no. Be bia Funny Face kra wo no ne tibiam no enhye da anye papa. Woni na kasa o si there be this is not the right time. Echire obehu an se odi bibisi aba be to abonten. Na die enti na wo yesa wonim bibisa kra no okay Funny Face no kasa ye went mi kra mo na mane say okay well e bia Funny ama kwan ni ne kaka ho so die ben pa na wo hwe what is your agenda?
I told Funny if Genesis asks that question, then it's a very, very unfortunate thing he will say, because I mean, boss, look at the whole thing. The person has knocked down 5 victims. They are in the hospital. They need help. He's on remand. Just look at the whole scope. What benefit can I get? Like, just think about it. You see, that is very heartbreaking and disheartening. Say you are doing good and somebody thinks you have ulterior motives. And if Genesis said that, to be honest, which means he's somebody who does things only for personal benefit, and he cannot just do things out of humanity. The agenda, 5 victims also they need help. The 1 and 5-year-old, the day of the accident, were in intensive care, trauma department.
But I see, they've reached out. I see they've reached out to individuals. I see, Oma reach out to individuals. So they don't, according to Genesis. No. Oma reach out to individuals.
Yeah, so I spoke to Fanny. Say when Fanny called me, I told him, said, "Yo, your manager says I can't go ahead because they don't need that public support now until they do whatever they want to do or they wish to do." And then he told me, say, if the manager says so, he is the artist. He is the final thing. Plus, that manager conversation is something reserved for another day.
And no crowd will be say, into who show business. Into Sana also UT2 managers and Sana new managers.
Because let me tell you something. My conversation with Fanny, I told him clearly, say, your manager says we cannot go ahead and raise funds for you. I don't say, one, he is the artist. He is the job that the manager is doing. He is the employer. That's what he told me. He is the employer. He is the final thing. And secondly, the manager's discussion will be for another day. Currently, he needs help to take out the victims. And that is many agencies say, 5 people is going to be difficult to take care of. And even the lawyer acknowledged it, say, yes, it's a tough task. So any help from anywhere is welcome. So if the manager said, this is not the right time, they don't want to do public social media fundraiser, and the person himself, the one under the contention, say, I am the artist, I am the final say. The manager's conversation, let's reserve for another day. At this moment, I need help to take out the victims. Go ahead and give me the fundraiser. Put my number out there. Without the artist, can there be a manager? So the artist tells me he's the final say, and he wants to, the manager's conversation for another day, and I should go ahead and help him. Me, what can I do?
Mimbusao, personally, Senator, do you think that Funny Face is in a right frame of mind? Baby, or bearing said, Niatuno in your cosunino. Should you listen to him and listen to the manager?
In remand, remand, you are there in a cell, doing nothing. You come back to your normal state. They take care of you. You eat, you drink. So there's no medical condition there. There's no mental instability. If it was in the middle of the confusion, they're dragging somewhere. That's when he makes a decision. It will not be right. And this was not even, we didn't speak on the first day of remand. About a couple of days. He's been calm in the BP paper form because you are there, you are stable, you are not doing anything. So which kind of medical condition or mental condition can be associated with that? And if the person himself is acknowledging the accident, remembers his 5 victims, remembers whatever happened, what mental case is there? Why is it so difficult in this country to help people? Why? People cannot believe that you just want to do good. People cannot believe, say, you're a Christian, and the Bible tells you, say, do good regardless, help people, forgive people, move on, do good. They can't believe. So I must have ulterior motive. May their helpers also have ulterior motives. God will punish each and every one of them. Say somebody wants to help somebody and you think it's ulterior motive. May your helpers also may your helpers prioritize ulterior motives over just helping you. What kind of country is this? That they cannot believe that somebody just they cannot believe there must be some benefit somewhere. God will punish you. Anybody who thinks that way, God will punish the person. And their helpers will prioritize ulterior motives. It's very painful, boss. Let me tell you, this thing I'm doing up and down, helping this brother. What am I getting? My fuel is involved. What am I getting? The car engine soon. Car trans up and down and some other rounds. Do you know how much fuel is involved? Who is going to pay me for that? I'm paying myself. So, motive then. Motive then. I'll block Funny Face's number. The video I've done, I'll take the video down, delete the video. Anybody who has contributed, I'll tell the person to reverse transaction because I have ulterior motive. Because DKB cannot just help. And you call yourself Christian. And you cannot think of just helping somebody. Obi, shut up and watch. What is his benefit? Really? What can I benefit from? 5 victims in the hospital. The person is on remand. What could possibly be my benefit? Or I'm doing CSR to help my criminal case. It makes no sense, boss. Anybody who says that, I keep saying, and the manager has really disappointed me. That what is my motive? Your artist says he's the final say. And he says, you are a discussion for another day. In the meantime, he needs help. So, if you, the manager, are looking for help from other places, and all no artists also say, we should go out there and also raise funds for him. Ningan come boom. My issue, no, he'll be able to deal with it. We always have what's your motive.
Okay.
It's a shame.
DKB, you better say, I'm sure. DKB comedian out in Kano. I mean, studio hand say Yanto and Commando. So now, Tilly, we was a mind. I mean, wait here, DKB about church in Sim. I don't know some of the questions I be without me. No, yeah, Yemfa, Namin you, Namin Kony and Momaka.
DKB position I was assuming in this conversation is the reason why someone like me, na me born pie so often who in Chimu. Because in as much as all say what am I getting near the adin no DKB too. Pese mekano cresse so pese woka se obi obeka se DKB has ulterior motive enti na all yes anya de adin nyina de me so mekane say if in the next year and now by the end of that conversation way DKB in a abeda need the most important person in this conversation I hope so no so na bo 40 now what for suit because we are not saying say don't help your brother. We are saying say do you really have pure intentions? You are doing it to help your brother. And I say in the next year, another equipping polo and DKB conversation where in Korano me prano and you muna ye come but DKB and emotions. I hurting emotions and ego has been hurt in the process of helping Funny Face. That is the conversation I don't want us to center on. Nonetheless, as I said, the main conversation is that I don't think that Funny Face is in the place to actually say maybe show being money at the and that is where I think DKB should have accorded some level of respect to the manager of Funny Face because there are some minimum. And then the manager no a different ball game altogether. And sometimes decisional artist and a nipa na committee crime no or no since the way making no it might not be say nipa na or share ne so as the manager because oh I think say at this time you any say a be boy and at that time but say oh fun so kon anima that is what people question your motives as well. So manager say no who song was our conversation with why did you go over the manager and I will call you pona Funny Face case go ahead no. Why don't you see the need to even tell the manager, say, oh, this is what many Funny Face can, or can, what do you think? What can we do from there moving forward? But now, where you went through, I assuming a position as if say, oh, me delete, you where na make no. So emotional standpoint now, yeah, DKB, I assuming everything, which is why I didn't want him to be involved because in this situation, he's not the most important person in this conversation.
Me da say, yeah, I bought microphone and I mean to you. Also, I been chair or I DKB about PM Funny Face accident.
Me pacho na nkampese me busa one question bi na answer na e bi mama me submission na DKB kasa na kan bi say bi a only Funny Face kasa over the phone and in person phone
yeah
into remand cells to me or phone okay anyway for me no me sha say fi DKB ho na I think say the drive to help is not bad in fact assemni see no DKB na send your can wetu ni ho asi wa always in fuel call up and down what they buanti enye bad na mum mesre say me nua be ma baby a Funny Face was see and he's not in a position to make clear good decisions because you see this whole idea where ya abba Funny Face stress or no person adopting kole no service bio me hu ni service bio nyansa bi anim because ebi anka DKB ni ne manager ni susu hu a ena omo tena asidi hu nkomo a ebi a na nkomo be hu say at this point in time na ye de ba betu dwa say Funny Face adopting kola no it's not a right time until yen holding on kakra ebi a ono na wa kire sa what you see now the matter of donations because CNS was saying be so Funny Face ebesiki donations were here to take care of his children me pacho up to lene we don't have any account says asika no ekodu Vanessa ho ekonkola ne ho ye de hwe nkola na emai now yasa ba say another donation biom, and this time around is going to Funny Face directly. It's not like it's going to management. And even and kasa donation way, if it's for the accident victims, I think say was a police for kra and come do mubi. Sani ebeya ye ensure say sikana ye jijino call accident victims ne ho. Because from where I sit, it says Funny Face ourselves. I'm wondering how he will operate. So how is he going to make sure it gets to the people that is supposed to get to and pay the bills that is supposed to be paid? And one thing I brako me notice pa and say, oko social media so any way in some years obia chere na dwen. And Crawford Bebrena me who say omu blame me obano on social media platform. And one of Brofo him say and say abeti aye de oko TikTok so a narcissist. I'm unfortunate narcissist. You're a narcissist. And I'm uncanny you. And people are doing all these social media videos saying that these are some of the disadvantages you get when you marry a narcissist.
Cystic.
Okay. Narcissistic person. Me pacho brofo. Me pacho unim bragosi.
Yeah.
Adia ba kwa me nimu wiase ne say. At every point in time, you need to be accountable and responsible for everything that you do. Sebio, yeni na ye twa dem heshen obian to min kase sebi asembin to no manim pushino e manim man that emotional turbulence da. Yeni na ya komubi. Ne mom sa asem ne to a how you decide to manage and respond to asem and ebe kire senia ebe effect ebe nya wo so. Me pa cho ye di hana amanfo blame Vanessa say na uko wari oba boni awa masa Funny Face cry fan tie di o wo dia wari boni na wakọ na obi oni obi awari awo ankola nso nya ne die san kono so excuse me fatu no se bi o meku oba ne enkola no ye tie masa broken heart ya nya ne niema ya fem a ye de te yi a ye da so bobra no masa untumi ye bibi na wo mfa wani enkoto nipa so ma ye nka se de bia ye blame you because with Funny Face niema wa ye ni na no they keep blaming people, but on one kasankasa accounting for no one says say na my ye me boni me mfum so am ye ni. So you are speaking from broken heart. On one kasa engine. What is it? On one kasa engine mfum phone to me.
Me salama di video bi na. E video na oba na kasa o. Na de oba na kasa na kan no see this guy joking am see this girl won't tell the story wo.
Me pese me chere say ye nina no ya fa bibi mu pen. But senia ye manage situation no. Ene ye gina bien masa. Ukono mu nsa na sebe wo de ko drive carelessly a wetia mra. Emra ni hwehwemu na se nye penalty fine bi na wutua. Amanfo no mu busa say what is Funny Face going to do? How is he going to start from here? Masa obeko jail. Say asem na wa ye no me patro e kan so wudi fo a ye hwehwem na wudi fo na say penalty na ye dey ma is it a penalty or a jail term masa ubekwa aba ana making ubekwa aba uba udi be ya desuade hu enti mesramo let's stop this conversation of trying to pin the thing down to the fact that this woman came into her life to sort of I say, wama Funny Face abe basa. Now, have you asked yourself what the woman is going through? Na se bi o me kra ma wo ba kokra mi hu so na oba tan a wa wo mi ensa.
Play me music.
Brakwesi, asem we am making, me pese me kama nipa enkofo a o mu blame oba na ma o mate ase se.
Why are you talking as if you are not proud so
Oh no, I'm very proud of it. What I'm saying is that taking care of a child is not easy.
In the absence of the father, say it
please.
Well.
Hold on. Taking care of a child is not easy. Masa, even if the father is even present in the child's life, na kola ye tete no enough from sa o. Okay. Also so wadwen no. Enough from Entimisramwa, let's stop blaming this one. Sebi okono monsano enye oba na de nsan gu nanum. Onwa na we're making a decision and you will bear the consequences.
Okay.
What am I saying? And let's stop blaming the woman. And please, the thing about the whole adoption thing, black we see kakra mi nimune say, Sebio amanone krano ukwa adopti akola. There are certain procedures I'll be go through. Na me sure say Ghana has so me busa from kakra me busa counselor.
Oh,
wacheche yemu. Me say we see to me determine say we financially fit, mentally krano sebe wa adwin mu da ho fine. Say we be to me ahye nkola na because we do not want a situation where you be titin nkola sebe on ba be burden in society. And the funny face baby ya wo twiri sisi ano. Masa ofie kura won to me so ho janwie.
Me da
say wo ko bi fi akoso bi.
Me da say ya. Anod microphone na mintie we nu masem etiefo etio sisi a ona floor no. In
fact, you go through depression, but we are depressed in our respective homes.
Thank you very much.
Depression, I me woman or boss. Me count me can't shower. Boss, I am super depressed, but me managing my day.
You are not depressed.
Boss, who they explain it? What the my definition for depression? Now I say me ticking boxes.
Economy alone is depressing us.
As for light off, there is very depressing.
Oh, senior. What the other read the definition? Most of me taking in now.
And now me say face, and I say, I say men cry. Your mind bendy.
Charlie, who say you might be better twice? Oh, continuous.
I'm my team da hono so I'm intimate that me want say many ati many thing no say no mama light up so I was just feeling the heat. I said me
say I'm light up na wo phone no win if she out bet you
you are behaving like you are short-sighted. Prepare for what you have learned. Didn't you learn from Mohammed's government? Don't you have things that can
I know, come on.
Don't be depressed.
Yeah, he wants to depress me the more. The thing is say funny face excuse about depression you know anything I could do or yeah any day no wa be cancer bia me no nya adwen the other narrative
but only say last week here sorry Semi last weekend not funny face ka story na see no but said time into me anye because you say oh yeah video bi na all to money ha no atoafa ha and in fact the issue na nke ba be discussing is and who's a funny face idea where ba started saying before I be huna bibia ba be boom you understand and me who video na am say funny face na nka lately why kama Emma ambassadorial deals ni ade nyina bebe mu Emma the last serious video here was so orchestra Bolarea or CS and in your kaka home if he Bolarea video na china no beto too funny left right center I'm saying there be and I wasn't surprised when this accident thing came.
Yeah. Funny face story any day say yen nyina ka se yakomu a but again me so the narrative say the wife no say the baby mama no factor as the ekoso nyina no sa asem no so no yenjaika yes bogus
remote
yes because at the end of the day no like ya kan and you be under den sanitu ana no ono na oditu ana no e na oditu ana no wie no ono an so no ka se me kwa kotena stage na metuka enye obi oti baby bia na prompt no so on this answer mu no na driving under the influence no say meaning say a felony say misdemeanor I'm not too sure but whatever it is no it comes with charges say court proceedings no back and forth na DUI no say oko demu a so kodem say so to charges and so so to because action no it was reckless see yet hey or the car ato an innocent family so for 5 call about business what alter my life it be for the worst if I mean there's no excuse for such reckless action way reporter no the first voice boy was a reporter say akwala ba ko ne 92 ni nyina no kaput say 9 minu no ba ko so ni ti is in another state internal bleeding massa he must face the rigors of the law for such a behavior, for such action. The sort of okum, a sort of film. Now, conversation they go back and forth. No, it's adoption. Adoption where they say a purely PR move. Purely PR move. Because even adoption, the crown, it will process a cum.
I'm not sure, sir. It might be the tech. Ebia, where do you know me who you sue? Ebia, oh, meshano.
And then come on, question. State audio to me. It's a no-brainer. Say one is all show. State audio mark to me. I won't have show. Into meaning word so be show more. They know exactly what they are writing about. By a PR move, and where till you should get out of jail card. That's all it is about. By no effort. Oh, just to court public sympathy and to appeal to whoever will sit on the case. And yeah, there a befa. Because I say who no di no and kind of credential no. Na on face the so face. But only the DKB pattern. DKB he means well because the oko a back and forth thing, you know, me a sure pass deep down in his heart no or person boy funny face AB or the nine air funny face shoes more the funny face you come no maybe on so bit me come and seriously a accident and they say you bit me come but so at the end we need that whole pan there so face consequences no. So probably DKB means well but the approach is wrong. And I'll explain why the approach is wrong. Because you say about funny face in the revival. How I'll be a camera. Out to the point I know endorsement those back berbim. Question is crack about Dano milk the kitchen count. Sure. The patrol only the responsible for the revival. No. So Genesis, you can say
very instrumental.
Very instrumental in the comeback and the cleansing of funny face.
In fact, I've spoken to a family member. And from near this is what the family member said when they had said these problems was because now funny face a move from Genesis Fie. That's when this whole thing when this is what the family member said when no Genesis one things were under control.
Yes. Genesis has been super instrumental in funny face in the revival. Now say the Genesis see ho, and again, meaning say DKB means well, but the approach is totally wrong. Say the Genesis is see ho near the DKB see ho in the last couple of months or a year plus. Why not can new funny face ye? Genesis. It is a person ye be for funny face. No manager now walk off fan from a certain state. I build their a cleansing to a certain point. No, catch or say boss. The obey no okay, but a few elements be another factors been to know M1 na kese wuti. And listen to what Genesis told him. Or say one at the end of court. Two, funny face is not the right or need the right frame of mind to make decisions like that. Number three, nkofobi ho akum. It's all the biba say ba. E be a sympathy now so person ogino emfa.
And if you've noticed, say buy on casa.
Exactly. And it's the point.
The first I didn't buy. I mean, the arm in the crowd TM feels okay. I say, bruh, bad chop. The way I deal with TM, yeah, manage into. Meet me, I can't say be a chop, but me best make casa radio here.
Points and manager need the my no. Etosum Cause situation no yen fact sa public way yen fan to ja. Or see ye reaching out to individuals be without because at the way so I mean who put that way to public me see question next commentary. Yeah, man, was some time ago. No more account for what could this who say no some say yeah mouse can for show. I didn't yan jin kwala number na direct near farm because one can say based on this action way. It's a manager no that's not for few years see who send it or tell can't just say no time no wrong. The intent could have may be good, but the time no wrong. And most quality points when you know what's the manager no serious now no on pay funny face into why funny face direct. Say funny face on the final say oh you creative person. I will name the roles of managers. DKB. So money no manager na edele and obi. I mean, come on. Don't sit there and say that. So we the manager no so we don't what are you saying? What are you saying? Some walk above the manager and walk reach the fundraiser. The gentleman is not even in the right frame of mind to take decisions. Don't know what not tell us a Debbie and let me say points on the map DKB. The best of them say back up and correct no can't him. Say no manager anymore. No. What are you saying? Now, Uncle funny face, in a revival. Now, what? Now, what's dying?
Medasi. Secrets. Microphone. Na cancer baby man.
Say many no nyina asem no send yet no obia after the bit of it. Me feel say valid. Me repeating me home with going through what they have gone, but kakra person me de kan ho me bisa ensem bi ne say. Funny face. Ye nyina ye nim say okọ psychiatric hospital. I've said this already, but I may repeat what I'm saying. Kwesi kakra minim your medical friend El Hansi say obi enya mental challenger, is that person allowed to drive? Obi ewo epilepsy, is that person also allowed to drive? Now the doctor na ohwe no ne report ewo he recommendation na omaye ewo he say o assess ni we ya o ja no ye nyina enim say edam sebi imprendiasa mental challenge wo hui no ye manage ye cure ye manage it is epilepsy ye manage ye cure. Yes, into such a person no so you medical doctor no nipa ne ba wani mpe sani ye ti meka chiro bi say yare aye we ye nwije ne ye ni chocolate ye no milk for the rest of your life to manage it, you know. Me feel say mental challenge e yade a e ba e mo nka ye into to stay achi na o drive it na e ba, how will you manage it? Into minim say within the medical field ne die nka de ba ko every doctor unya challenge we are
point in sense okay.
My point is say, was he restricted from driving in the first place? Was he restricted from driving? Is it part of the medical report? And I say a year and I see a season a license because the guy as no any mad person or one mental challenge. I'm not talking about the you know, but the fact that he went into that state, you know, me feel say driving is something that I think he should be bad from. So let's see it. Me, if it's true, then there is a challenge.
Now, a man for a driver or chrome ha and no mind hanum without license.
Oh, and no, a different.
No, I get yes, I get the point. Because I'm me driver out and he said, yes, the fact that Dr. Anabetro said men drive with you and non say on conquer driver.
Yes. But me person me who said the doctor because they say no kwesi when him say yare way
because again per the report I mean police for charging no man charging say mental state
kwesi say me
I'm just saying that
okay
call the mental state into question say wanom sa so it's driving under the influence of alcohol. Okay. That is why I'm saying putting the two together no? Because one way now watching in common so if you are no be because say okay now drink I dream we are there.
Yeah.
But I'm asking say as we speak no near a dabontin I dream we are there and I say ensa.
Yes, see wanom nsa no dey but onipa na wanom nsa at that moment no yes wanom nsa no aso our problem be ana underlining problem be ana because at this point no say bi obi owo adwem yare bia kwesi ofa bibi bowa obe pleading insanity in court But at that moment, no pleading insanity now. Then you're treating now. Approve say he has a mental problem.
Also, they are proves insanity.
So Okunwa. But I'm for Okunwa.
If you drive under the influence of alcohol, and insanity.
It's not insanity. So me argue here. Already no. You did not call hospital. You have to me approve say our mental challenge. And the doctor no recommend it. Be say who mental challenge into. These are the things you can't do, Anna.
And if he does it,
then it lies on him now. The doctor has been claiming me, but say young checking here who said did the doctor recommend that will even add up to the case.
And yeah, double comment hospital.
Yo, see,
no, boy.
Meaning say, will be a one mental problem. You're finding it's not live radio. You're finding your money drive it. Your money near maybe because at any point, you know. Hey, bet me a trigger. Thank you.
Miss me Darcy. Cancer remind enquire.
Bram Darcy, so to me in Canada, Mike na age.
Be I fine, but I am menche.
Benche, but me bonya mami and say bitel.
Me Darcy.
The di kind. So many nkomo mu di ni
because the baby this stone boy nkomo.
The performance no.
Yeah.
A bit smart performance. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your problem? The kind funny face. Last time in who were Bola Reho. The video in channel say funny face needs an attention immediately. Me pie na who video no bram can say funny face needs medical attention immediately. Only funny face, only Bola Reho can say we no. Me can say immediate attention. Me ana me ka because of Nyama or dan di wo Bola Reho office no. Any lay person make us say the regular funny face na ni age. But sebio ya nya kwanya kakra bi di omo adwe ho atochema edi agro. Obi kasa obi ye bibia ma hu ntem se ensisi so. Eti me kawie ye no. Ena me fa phone. Ena me frɛ funny. Me fra anko me ngini tiboni and I mean kase bia wan fa na whatever anko ne could be said nama na me wono is no more in use, so I left it there. Me ni obi am ne be kase bio bra Socrates in common na odi no me be so first time funny face asem si wo kromu ano said na ye oni police for maintain ho ase asem bi. And I can't remember the story, but BBC you copy what police station. And we say yenya mental evaluation emano. As a result of the mental evaluation, we ended up to find him at the psychiatric admission, going through psychiatric support. Yet discharging funny face. What was the next picture? Because obi eni wiasimo a we do ade sadam. Let it be on record.
Empacho abodam.
Twi kasa no obi adwe hu touch ma eni wa abodam no. Munu say difference ni eden. Mu ye 88,000 words. Ini ye kan 8,862 words. Ye ni twi kasa.
Question me say wa abodam.
Per signs and symptoms are exhibiting a mental disorder. And within the mental disorder.
Brofu na okano.
Nam si twi no mu ni twi but nyama
wa bodam. Na ubu ma sem no aye tintin wa there be bodam. Mu kasa mu nye the supposed person for cancer. Yeah.
Funny face. Yere ne kwa ya resabia no. Onya adwen a ho atochema. Eno no aba a video so ye nyina kire se o see edam nya de pa ni video so no. These are the terms he use
because unse wo kan tina me busa no yeah one of our favorite psychologists that OT business also say because abnormal behavior or what Socrates is calling mental challenge doesn't mean funny face is mad, please.
Mental I'm using the word mental disorder and to become mental disorder na ebi atwi na monte asie yi a obi a wakwa yaresabia ya discover say or saa nyama we no ye yi ni fi yaresabia reincorporating the person into the family system no ye man support o because bema say obi go through clinical depression na the ye man an say ye man antidepressant bi obefa sane beya obe to me recover fast and you be o hear good sleep but brad the woman say me am ti hey me pe radio me pe nyum me pe nyama we gidi de me di no e wa bonten ho if I don't go I don't bring na o ma me antidepressant me fa ebeba my mother be me do be na bro na idea me fa wo
me busa me pese twa kan wo mu say because so far ni abeto abonten say okay no one knows sir
kwana me dey ba no
yes so me pese me hu say adwem komo na wo di no ebia na adwem aka ne ne ka
one say we
di komo kan en na ma bia kono mu san
kwana me dey ba say
okay
yeah ma antidepressant because condition or clinical depression be I wo ma be I want do be say name no obi or you depressed ati say I know dey ka say onim depressed why depressed super depressed ya ye bo e kan di obi a che say why depressed ye kai obi why depressed onum nsa obi why depressed onum cocaine obi ya ye bo ade na o che aduane odidi nyina che say why depressed enti obi why depressed odidi obi why depressed or get addicted to sexual habit ube no start gina kwan wo pese obi ane ne da obi on pese on ne beda kro obi a wa say for sexual favor kro man da no a friend wo phone so can you give me a
so depression na me buhanum say no a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest
and you kind normal depression and clinical depression there were two
okay enti omo kan o ti ase say enti nyanya me define Google like to see ano nya sa na kire wo
and you were clinical depression
e wu we omo kan na den depression
omo we mood we nya clinical because nobody has diagnosed them but much as a behavior bi nyama bi a take you from their comfort what must say ya can be say about fresh shedding you be a friend postpartum depression obi awo until kwala ni behavior na se enkanka eja ni ho eja ya remote a different say wodi obi awo anipa nti baabi no man sika papa ka se sika na di hwe nipa wotia na wo su hwe woni made ye di no afa bi ambo sika na ban so esno de sika ne mbakra ene so di ane
ne papa kwasi ampenyi no ti radio
what must say ti say what bad enti sa mood na nkasa na okura mu no o feel say depression ba nya depression e adwum yale a ohia emoa what must say eti me ka say obu ho eduro no be fa no onfa no de yen sanom eti ya chifani face police report ni say wa no nsa and no driving and nsa no under the influence no wa driving carelessly so e betimi aba say sa mood no ko mu no wa yi eduro no na onom nsa and no driving na tie me the entia ye yi obi fi mental health ye man support ni say ye fa mental health was going mu me mo kesi na meji atum say yesi menim say bra say onima yesi na one ne manager na ekotran ofi hospital na nyesa na kan no which means with the supervision of the manager he was on those medications to me suppressing the nerves in reenacting himself into some mood behaviors but se si onu nkwa akotran no onim say aduro no me fa meda me no patient bi o say aduro we dia me fa meda nti bipolar on fa because oda otimi nya hwe enti onfa ade foforo bi e na obe use enti o use ade foforo na e be mo behave strange in town enti e betima ba ne sa ampa wo wanom nsa ba ye kohwe ni record medical record no say akra ne ye man so onfa aduro we 3 4 6 1fa e no de kofa nsa that could be something else
okay
baby me driver bar me pese ye de ani tum say bra mobile phone reportage and the way we behave to victims when they have accident unti hono say what DKB said was anything to write home about. Say in Crawford, it's a normal practice in this country that we have to talk about it and stop. Obi di car bobi, and no obi nya accident. Who would drive nya accident now? Car pin will be no wua. Everybody around say, "Si someone go car no go hospital." I don't know where we are coming from because obi a onya accident biano or try so be manager and sana di NC. Who would drive now? Who nya stable mentally no? Because we PF care munti no. Near the microphone e prano e go care mu say anyone call hospital. I'm saying say obi anya accident above the way prano any the ojira ho ni nyina the driving ni nyina nyina here medical help at that time.
Trauma.
And the just sad because they are in trauma. I didn't know we were bu obi e say odi car bu obi sebio wa bu wa no munsaw that attitude must stop. The last point bra make can say funny face ebusuafo a wo see onu mu kasa me dey say wo see ebusuafo kasa Are they happy with what is going on with their brother? Are they very happy? And for those of you who are talking about
first time I can't trouble me.
Me trouble won't. Was the guy trouble and he said the body.
Baby, I said, I mean,
because the manager and the family member, who is more important?
But no, how no so no, and come over a fat ebusiano and come over because almost, I mean, cancer, almost be jams or more come as a match.
And funny face in Tiabusia.
I have not said that. I'm saying
that is what it means.
No, Una interpreting it.
Yeah, because funny face now was this year. Naka on who background that no near busunya danka. Now someone find him because they're goose. But their children that are going to grow. No, they can say no. What their children are going to grow with a name of a certain man whose behavior might find a way to give them wrong picture. And I'm only one way on one and mama cast Vanessa no go DB jayo.
Medasi.
Every depression and grow for the two.
Medasi.
You jaw and said ya walu wayo one.
Medasi, cancer medasi. Now, my mefa when trim na am running African Games closing ceremony. You made you come kakra teach you senior Stoneboy performance in the choir. Say now no make us okay. So me review kakra bi. To say na no me ma. The opening ceremony review, no. But my main way in a lady report of a missing passport bearing the name. And a baby said a passport. Biaira na passport na ne papa passport. Edin ewom ne Abubakar Salifu. Edin ewom ne Abubakar Salifu. Ne papa passport. Na ofa taxi anopeya fitudu they call Nima Market. Na ni refi passport no e wo back seat wonum say nti wo hire papa say se unim say we taxi driver na bia wo tie nkan obi fa wo fi oba bi raba bi fa wo fi tudu they call Nima market wonum say was hire papa ne papa passport Abubakar Salifu. Ohia passport ne nyure be no num ne nsanka enyama be fa na senti was hire say yes we hu passport bi da taxi car boom Abubakar Salifu any edin e wom na obetimi a friend number way 0243 977 189 0243 977 189 and 0246 002427 0246 002427 and 0244 467893 0244 467893.
This dial is hot. Stay tuned.
Best radio.
News, entertainment on your number one station.
It's the weekend. Let the good vibes.
Stay tuned.
Best radio.
News, entertainment on your number one station.
It's the weekend. Let the good vibes take over. Only on your favorite station.
With your favorite station. Digital and on your smartphone.
The radio is hot.
Watch on the jump on the other fucking entertainment review. And then it's a button something. I've been another. Entertainment review. Pressing in the bum for Tennessee. Entertainment. Now I'm on the fans.
Doing Siana no about now. So I'm sure sir the closing ceremony of the African Games, the 13th African Games course. So performance no senior si call yeah. Ghana hanum say to form you ni jine mu ma and we ala and Stone Boy. Bankomodie ni jina Stone Boy so teach you anyhow a si call yeah. So man just brief because for me performance ni ko yi ma me. Me share how ni costume na tadi or share no. I like the outfit. The outfit was very good.
Peace FM.
She say yes. She knows what showmanship is all about. Was right on point with Natadia. The way we see drapery, Kama. These are the kind of costumes we see. It was just going to be like I would say one of the outfits of Asha. I think it's on the Super Bowl. Bibisa, similar one. Cover the egusu, and I'm fancy robe the gusu, the white, the black robe was good. The music selection, I love the music selection. How he put the people in that dancing party mood. He has a wide repertoire, and sometimes it's easy to pick those ones that you'll be able to really move people. It was okay. I mean, as very typical of Stone Boy, the voice was very clear. At least from you sure TV, so you could just hear the voice was very clear, was on point. There have been cases that Stone Boy perform about. If he said no, this one was a bit under the control. So was quite a good. Share the collaboration with the choreographers and the dancers, no, how we choreography. Yes, maybe as on you sabom. He's able to know that okay, this particular point is not like where they have to do the formation together. He's able to get it right, and he does the formation right with them. That is showmanship. That's I mean, entertaining. Ekoye Mami. The only thing I think I didn't like about Stonebwoy performance was the fact ad-libbing no do in Kasahono. If you say be I could just sing and let the music flow. Let us enjoy it. Turning yourself into hype man. No? Hype man ejumano do sododo emame. Inti ebi honmo na ma I know not tin mask kakra. Other than that, I think he almost nailed it, with the exception of the harmonies were very good. Adley maybe as I saw didn't know film now. I mean, it was right on point. It was very good. Was nice. Just en Kasahono to the be an idol so do. And no penny idea tea Stonebwoy mask mommy. I know African Games Stonebwoy. I know why I want okay, but if okay, Councillor, okay, Councillor,
bra.
Almost my mama, yeah, you hear TV soon be, also honum say yentio.
Brahim said, comparison near great because I used to more penny performing it.
But yeah, but I just want to
do a quick one for you.
Sure.
We all buy one betunum or beside. He just came to dance. And I once I did back one year him say if dancers were cheer, yes, it's stage performance. You can do the 1 and 2 with them, but usually say Kobani say who are here train enya vocal strength in our ears. Now on no, but osasa after now pantina obetua in music. No matter how you exercise, when you dance in a certain way, you have to learn how to project your vocal cords away from your heartbeat.
And just to say, sir, more no Councillor sounds a musicologist, so it's not just talking. Some of you sometimes when you hear people talking radio, Councillor, Councillor.
That's very we are like enough them to hammy because we are expecting that once our stab you to everything we die, not mean they grow. And I said, this is waste of African culture. Because dance now was standing in and Grofona watching a yama. So let's see that we are was some our vocal as soon need the as soon back at the no. I'm in control as soon need the no. So and I bet ya Stonebwoy ni we are in musical assembly one time be. So obedi be say ni atwam. E de nyina obi a hyiam beam. And adia ba kwan say nyina esu say enkrofo shout councillor eya omedumu jawo. Me kasa say we dey bia. The people, the fans are not interested in the music Stonebwoy is about to do. The fact that Stonebwoy is appearing, crowd ni nyina, hey, and that's what took him loud after now kasa no now well dia ye pese ye the next one I mean who want to say eh be ye blame Stonebwoy ye blame organizers no
one can you
o say
sorry one can
you
o see ni pese hu dia na pese hu
I wanted to see the Stonebwoy me call Beam Nation or perform me hu
okay
Stonebwoy me call stay no perform me hu ye e say bia me tene ben se me te baby ya atili mu trana different but we baby me te no me te official me president natifa we are getting ewo me bang any my special sound wo send be a president be feeling anti Rebecca eti me te ade ne yepa but meaning say Stonebwoy ana way miming in music Ghana handcrophone ni miming no
he didn't mime
Ghana handcrophone ni miming
he didn't mime
good enti say wo mime now wo tunum alongside your beater. Know where the notes are, where they are instrumentation. That is why there is a talk back in your ear. But honestly speaking, Stonebwoy do baby, and you nam east, no other to Afra, and that is not just him. The same thing happened to Yala. It mean him say a organizer synchronization of the stage performance. Now, bra, I told you about what we call a stage rehearsal. No crowd. We stage rehearsal now. It sounded different. Crowd ni banswa. It sounded different because tunyum was sound engineer ni ma. And this is tunyum was crowd anymore. And can gospel musicians say tunyum was sound man ni anointing him ba. crowd ni buy na anointing naba. And then I say sound man annoyance. Crowd no na ama anointing. And in the performance na buy any there. The Stone Boy I know and the expectation that everybody was waiting for didn't hit it right. Sound and I say mami no mami na the oya ne there. It didn't go well within the stadium. But
but true. And unim enyum mime baby you are no without sound. Oti hon say because we hear the song sing, he was singing over. He was sing along. Sing yeah.
In Miami and singing over rhythm. What must hear? Not just a woman master na soon. Uni baby a bo yeja bibia bass guitar ebo gundum na wakasa.
No, but I'm saying that mime no just a hot pen and I'm me clear.
Entina make most of the times no. Say obi Miami a ne mic no. O mic no were off. But o we no was soon talk back nenti obi show anumpo a eti say wo to.
But the mic no was not off.
So the mic
that's not
was
miming.
on. Good. And the mic no was on na nim say enyima wo to e wa na chro ya. Ube ya to be bin na wo ti be enam na ti see enam. Oye na nyami oyo na no ba start una ba start. Oh, but like minim say na me ya abeti ase. Sadne see wa de na se. Bia, it was a good day for Stoneboy fans because everybody was expectant for Stoneboy. And I make us say, yeah, crowd ni here wa. The obey for one. Your appearance was something because time no be say performing a Stoneboy eba stage nechi. No do stage no. On am stage nechi boko na light no turn so. The whole crowd. And jakwa no gina ho no ka se nyum ne eboy ense mama no. But yes.
But
Stoneboy abahu rechi wo no.
But they're going to one say and I'm sure this is there. You can even go to YouTube and on the net no share. About where there was no synchronization mostly with what you see an hour share no.
So we are at the mercy of the very sound wave controlled by winds. Enti obi or sound engineer bia no. Even you catch yourself presidential days no e will say. Enti ma speakers nya enye stay. Who are you professional no? Who checking the wind gauge and the sound improvement. And you told me about to say nyum no e twam ansa na wote. Means that's what is in there. That ya.
So him from our hopper.
Enti me kase ba bia yete no. Performance no edu be na ono say do baby hu so no say do baby so be catch no. But in the last bit no was a sign. Edu baby Stoneboy is a sign. Means that I didn't know ye any but after ye the guso after ban ho so Emma will say fit your performance no it was better than the beginning.
Okay.
In fit I said na me nim dey see here. And it says sound for na adjusting you whatever it is. But me dey say expectation pa the Stoneboy for closing ceremony no. Me enya ne sa.
Okay.
And I me see bia sound for na ambo ano. Ano no am na ni gym too much because owure mu no crowd no owure mu a me say onya stage no the oto Nigeria news say what agwa no oto no what shout into no so no person be call cast on no na no omo say light no to Stoneboy so aturo no beam no omo ye dey no cast on until backstage na microphone na ginatum so me in the performance there for what I have seen and at the why no I was not too much impressed.
Okay.
When the performance now, and whether it is him, but there was a change. And I'm saying, no, because from the beginning, no, na too well. You na tired and after the to so no eba. And no point, Nanka saw the sa spirit now the point and no started kasaye. Can't you to force it? When the applause are loud, bar out for them to miss you. Because we are Ghanaians and we are what on Jama is the president I can we.
I know. So if you want to see.
I started with Weyala because Councillor Koho. I say Weyala she came to dance. Say dance no. Say artists the dancers but stage are part of the stagecraft too. They are strategic. They are supposed to complement artists no. the presence on stage. Na you know Asha we all performance in United himself.
I mean, I just said Chris Brown and Asha performance in the end, and Becca said, "Man, they dance throughout."
They dance throughout. Into Abia, Abia and the rehearsal, and I say Abia taking it seriously, so that so me say what sana beto more. There's a way you go about it. But to say she came to dance, and no, it's neither here nor there, because a part of the stagecraft. It's most of them that are not crying. I recommend my artists to come on stage with dances. No one complimented the way on stage, because a woman come a boring, and as a woman sana a dance about in a some way. So every strategy, every handler will tell you say a part of the strategy. And also is a way to also to take some little attention away from artists so that dancers also know we cheer internally we all has used dancers since unless of course only won't pay particular attention to.
I'm not saying one to them guys one team may say we all buy no in said they be only dancers number in this time no it was more of dancing and the time of buy or betunium na who panting no ntipacho men ka say or the dance on fat dancers in bow and tina me ka say she was dancing more
asema okay me tell ye pa into me so make sure yourself the point you raised about the facts or panting and I may advise no so say sanity there on rehearse it on taking into consideration when or rehearse it because say obetunium now obet sa and not panting must go down into they kind of the same thing but me say me no one adwin you focus on obesai e ka ho me show TV so
okay
so Stonebwoy there no and I totally agree with all the points I raised on Stonebwoy craft no there's a idea ba could be or what meaning say artist in who say idea na that's got to do with the apparel atadia obe shirt to come and perform no a key fashion statement for artists no it be funny serious but for Stonebwoy no to so no fa ni serious we dey share major performances no or funny fashion sense no seriously now for any consummate artist be na performances e can craft no your fashion sense especially when we major gig no a key because a drive conversation when say oh yeah analysis that's the first thing you mention atade or share and go look let's even backtrack and look at all the great and monumental performances. Kudwentry doesn't mess with the dressing when it comes to the major performances. I know I don't want to create unnecessary way, but there are other arts are more Kudwentry level or more dress or more tracksuit but we share for instance sandals are better performing in a major show they're making bathroom slippers remember the Michelle bathroom slippers now mine but a bit taking it seriously because they know say a crafts no a can stage crafts no and no money say drive conversation and it's anyone want say for somebody like you are watch your industry watch your performance and that's the first thing you mentioned. It's for the likes of Stonebwoy they take it serious and I totally agree with you the apparel no was spot on. The draping on or you go everything was on point and it was a statement
and again this comparison thing maybe I'm in person but I just want to make this small point about share the tutu be at Shatawale dear and Tuma now you in Tumano I've even had somebody who called me and says well I thought also Ghana or say Shatawale Mboa then I'm saying I say now Ghana can take no the way I was taught to form no teach now I'm saying people stress this how far people stress things could stress things near the other but you see the difficulty we say and also easy to take off the rope which is a technique you should know that as artists who go stage and all the to say be as when ube you into mano one we create me and one be you have above one
it's a detailed like you need to go through rehearsals and I make say it be funny seriously even so funny seriously cry I can say no but
I take my money
you need to take it seriously you're discussing the fashion sense, and I'm sure say even time of pictorials number 2 journal, people were actually talking about how well he was dressed, the kind of the sneaker, everything was on point.
Yeah,
and see, is a time artists almost fashion sense, especially with a major gig, because say some platform now one.
Yeah,
the whole of Africa and the rest of the world, actually. Is your opportunity to actually make a statement. Promote a local fashion designer or a fashion designer. What I say? What's our point in the day? And the other thing I realized is to say he commanded the stage well.
Yeah.
He looked like somebody who are when you are gaining experience,
of course,
on multi platforms with say be that and more bigger ones. He had control.
Yeah.
There was no when show nerves, when show a trepidation, nothing. He knew.
But personal comparison a bit me because maybe I need any time and call him say.
Yeah. He had control.
Hey, personal compare a bit me because maybe I need any time.
Oh, me your comparison. He had control. He had control. So he or jelly well with dancers no more clearly so my rehearsal pan.
Yeah.
The only downside of what I now mention ad libs in doso. And I've come to realize that Stonebwoy sometimes or yet overly comfortable and overly confident because he onim so betimi aye onim so onim ye, and sometimes he gets carried away. And ad lib we're at a point where not necessary.
Yeah.
Because hits upon hits. Just flow with the songs. Let it go. Let it go.
Enjoy.
Yes, but it's as it is my domain.
Hype
man. I am that guy.
Hype man. No, I am hype.
For me, I thought sometimes on the voice and on my day and it should flow seamlessly.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes overdo.
Yeah.
And I felt at the point that overdo ne ya do so kakra. And I don't blame him though. Or a champion in that regard, but on to the boy normal at the end and seamless because I didn't do necessary at the point where it became very it took but
annoying some
I said some way, but all in all it was good. It was good for carrying itself here.
Questioners. Yeah.
So only artists Juma. I think say if you maybe free musicians in the hall, and as an artist, you have more opportunity for some of these international performances. Na pressure our honors are different. Inti me hunu amount for more running commentary. Said ya minia doctor counselor no can me hunu for more running commentary sir. But for me working with artists, I've seen artists in this perspective, and you could see their demeanor even before they go to the stage, So, we come backstage, now we share what they go through psychologically. They see the crowd, one, nipper show outside. Until, say, when you be a strong, building mindset, you lose your focus, you lose your everything, and it's happened to a lot of artists. It doesn't mean the artist near bad. No, sometimes in the heat of event, ujina crowd audience you may want to make statements. You say we show like there, I'm the best, world African best. I'm the dance all this. I'm the so and so. I'm that. You want to prove a point, and Usher Stone performance now. I think that two things were happening. Before the show, Ankasano, there was a conversation between sort of who is who, between Shatta, who did an opener, and himself as Stone, who is going to do the closing. So that there's an already built conversation, heated one. No, and so Airman pressure is done on him. This is it. I'm going to end, and so it was one thing that he was bad dealing with, and then also there's another bit of it for him himself as Stone to also prove to the world and Africa with this platform now to also be the best. And then thirdly, because it's a check artist now perform now. I think Stone was the highest top among majority of the artists now a performer on the night of the event. Me steady me time and check other artists no omo pedigree in terms of African stage. But I can also say
there was this lady and
there was
is it Ivorian?
Ivorian, there was one also Lady B. Yeah, and I haven't studied. Means study, I can't. I stand for correction. Good, but if we check here, say Africa, you popular. We know songs. Yeah, dog. Africa, hate So I'm saying for a fact to say, we check here for baby. I believe say Stone or higher pedigree power among all my artists in performing beer. Oh, bruh, I don't need you to teach me because that's your opinion.
They are facts.
What?
Between opinions and facts. Don't make any statement.
What is the fact?
The fact is, I come to school. Let's teach you. Go ahead, say something else.
When you open your school, what you are saying? Some of the statements that you say, some of them, they are bogus. You don't have to do that. Yeah, you have a doctorate degree, and you have to respect people.
2 doctors,
You know, so I'm saying, sir.
Yeah,
you have to. You are bigger than that, chairman. So I'm saying, sir, we share pressure. There could a lot of forces could contribute to that. And me, I wouldn't say Wanyade. Stonebwoy did a great performance on the night. Ubia artist general stage, in the performance, you may have your own individual opinion and your personal expectation. It's not always the case for everybody. Yes, so I attend TV actually. I hear show no. You say Stonebwoy etiyenim as Africans, as Ghanaians. You say he did his best. Apart from the fact of say miming Kasana, he over exaggerated in the communication with the microphone, and like Arnold was saying, he first said he needed that to also sell more, to also make a statement with himself. And personally, from what maybe Cotton Stadium, there was moved something different. But from what I watched from my home on television, I think that Stonebwoy had a good day with his performance.
That's it. So great. Bremwe, yeah, with you.
Well, Kwesi, man share live.
No stadium.
Debbie.
Oh, well now you did him because you do stadium. Oh,
Debbie.
And you go share in so great.
Okopam Natari. Anna. Said now the.
I took it 20 minutes. Oh, now in his post person.
So catch him in Tina.
But me share playback no.
Debut, me so sharing because the impression was stadium.
And
I'm so sharing.
Artistic impression. And I am Busatili.
Do you follow people after the show? After entertainment, you follow?
Do we have to account for?
Maybe that's I'll follow you after entertainment review.
Follow me say me dimachina baby. I'm ministry.
And the seminar because BBC after the show now until the obisa yes so. What must say? And now say ya boy can say oh you one.
Ya pon obi akoni fie.
And then one what semester one.
Yeah.
The so great I say want to me answer that because after here what happened?
It's
not spoken about.
So great.
Okay. Inti me share playback no.
Okay.
Yes, and make I say me enjoy papa. I think me enjoy more than omo stadium hono.
President.
Yes, omo there be impacho man can say. Me enjoy show no more than omo tion because this was made for television production. Kakra minim about such events ne say producers no record bibia enyuma obebo anytime any bibia no omo record bibia even minim say to some extent national anthems the crown on your record. Because playing it live through the microphones, no, a bit of a challenge. Into no be no, or more boy, you know, but what is actually coming out, you know, into no, the producers did the right thing. O share Ivory Coast last year, can I say, Alpha Blondie or Beto Nyomono, they rushed in to put off his microphone. It was not for nothing. All Alpha Blondie asked for was the beginning, you know, to hype the place, which he did. They don't need your voice again. They don't need your voice. Into Alpha Blondie, never out. I don't know why I win there. Omujatumo. A man Stoneboy and so no. The end year double. Because we tia ne distort to kakra and any faults. I think the producers no and the production no and the man then yes I enjoyed Wiala's performance.
So what it is Nyao Kano kakra minim ni say minim how there's a technical way it should be done. Mostly about Africa most of our production is like that. Anytime what I notice that anytime they want to pick, because they have I think it's actually a playback almost about the sound it's which they're taking maybe directly from the CD, maybe from Omo Picky. But when they want to pick the sound from the crowd, because it's a sound that
and we have microphones say CC
exactly
crowd
and a sound now so is sort of give a feedback. And any time they do that, then you have that clash of sound. But apart from that, I think when they don't want to pick the spectators sound there, it's mostly okay.
Yeah, but because challenge kakra minyaen was that I think coordination between the artists any production and no any mom child, because opening the artist mic when he knows that you are doing playback he is tempted to also sing along and do that. Either they will do a -1 for the artist and near children say a -1 and you can sing on it not backings when you're correct. But once I am out a numerable now so to any artist in faults. But I think I'll put all these distortions now for on the production. But maybe I enjoyed every bit of it. Yeah.
Okay. Say ya ye di nkomo dada wa hu oni tili o say entu be kakakra because some person ye ba be di Ghana music house enye say ye bre no nkomo mu pa. Okay, all right.
Mami me kan so ne say I think say on that day no councillor kasa no ka say me say Stoneboy jaya or kasa ye na ehun hia. Back we see what I noticed this a day na me show and I was watching live on YouTube na me makeup into me makeup artist na Tama Riala perform me the Ivorian guy no buy any lady beer or buy omo perform me your mutu nyum ni the first thing that my makeup artist asked was but they didn't say where they are from. How will we know where they are from? Entino the entire make us a mene wonya adwin say wo kase Stoneboy jaya or kasa any say that was a place and I say a kind of opportunity and a stager. He asserted himself as the dance hall king from Ghana. With his name behind him. Forget about that one. Me pese me chose you notice the name behind me. A lot of people will not notice the artists are now they're all performing. And at that time, bear in mind, it was not just Ghanaians. And show. There are so many people all over the world that was watching the show. So I honestly do not see anything wrong. Says Stoneboy Jai or Kasaye Chre baby will fee anyone mania will feel who he is in the country. To me pacho hodie. Thank you very much.
Me da say. MC the NBC you had say now there's this issue briefly a person can want him. And it said Kwame Eugene said Ansiana unya kan kwenhia na otwi musie din komo and it said yehu emfoni ni videos ne hospital bed so sisi ade hospital honum say or the honum aye studio we twa nwom ne kaka ho chese otimi say ne ho ya ne sa na wode nwom bi say epie na nwom before I say cry about you controversy about you. enyuma Kwame Eugene twei na okay so ebi I want enyum na Kwame Eugene enyuma woda se woda hospital no wetwu sisia no ne ho fa no a che se woje ayarehwe ya ne ho atɔ no ane sa wetwa yenti enyum na memra na menkyerɛ control enyuma nyame adaroma wonya aka nkwanhia na nka otamfo no se nka wonya ya nka wode no aye hana mama ne se a entumi ama so ɛna Kwame Eugene enyumi aba beto abonten enyumi beto abonten a ya ono ma blogger CB ashase omosi o Kwame Eugene akwako wia abranti a ye frɛ no Kwame Yogurt ono so enyumtini Kwame Eugene akwako wia ne nyom Kwame Eugene wako wia stem na ya na me na mu ha omu yusu no but almost Kwame Eugene akwako wia Kwame Yogurt abranti Kwame Yogurt ne nyom ebi se Kwame Yogurt no pushi sa stories di ma bloggers yi na bloggers yi bo Kwame Eugene etuja na yenti o de tie bloggers yi tie
Kwame Eugene oye kronfo enyum na we releasing enye ne dia wako wi anyum no Kwame Yogurt na anyumo anu de Kwame Eugene atoso obi omu ko music video ana se bio accident no ebe boom enti no Kwame Yogurt no ontime reach Kwame Eugene si obe release song no ko release Kwame Yogurt nyuma ode na toso no hey Kwame Eugene oye fucking hey now stand out here without Kwame Yogurt permission one friend Kwame Yogurt cross unia me accident no kra nyum no continue me release you and was say Kwame Yogurt version obi di ne ho ye ne nyum no be fro say ma tro nyum enti nyum no ye ko ni say to be now hey Kwame Eugene oye fucking hey me do hu ya wo me pe wasem but we mumie nkonyum nim krofo mumie nkonyum nim mumie ko Kwame Yogurt original song no we ne counterfeit kwasi asem man me speaker no way hey ask me pa o Kwame Eugene wanya de
Peace FM.
Okay, so that's the part Kwame Yogurt na all to no no ntino bloggers bi ashase say Kwame Eugene akwako wia Kwame Yogurt ne nyom now I mean fan to just say Kwame Yogurt yes ye no pese ye ni din komo na nkombe cheche mu but the breasun ye born and homa no Kwame Yogurt mfa homa no but abrante ba ko nso aba be cheche nsemu nsem no a wo ka no chese Kwame Yogurt boa enye enyum no nya ne dia bia enye ne dia o twantro enti Kwame Yogurt baby a wo bia no ye bo wa homa no fa why o mfa dia eni asem na chese obua
see Yogurt adena why no you know try me I be brother for tell you no try me if I be Eugene right now I can miss you because wo nyam no kra unim hu idea bia me I dey we call me way tell me say make I create something we your boy idea no so what the idea ne buy bo we na Kwame ba studio no bo bi kan no ka chem say enyo person fa last made na makonu na wo mfa nto nyom no so ya ye bibia we are from abeto verse there na say change of mindset abem na ya drop verse you verse now one ma bloggers they post say Kwame awia onyum nyoma bebre Kwame ayama nyoma bebre nya nyoma bebre no ayama what I say if we are bright if we not do this I don't know whether if frustration and I say then me nim the entire we say nyoma we nyina but you yourself you know say nyoma no enya onyum okra ni hu idea bia we me self can be producer and me I never go out there and talk things like the way they talk no. Nyoma bi wo ha oh yeah or so ondwen hu mienu. Ena china seminti what I say we are o man ko for post ni people that they out there no. Omu ni hu idea bia they will think say am pass Kwame wo nyom na kwa Eugene afa. If we not do this if for me na me Eugene right now bro come see you I know they lie you.
And the producer, the friend popping beat, no, so yes, video didn't say me to just say, Sa semna bloggers na sha say can say Kwame Eugene akwaku wi Kwame Yogurt nyum enya no kre. And just as I said, Kwame Yogurt ya contact no say ya pesi ni din komo be cheche na semu. But ahoma ne fra konso wonfa enti say Kwame Yogurt o tianka na say nya no kre say una ma bloggers wo mu push stories say Kwame Eugene wi anyum senia eyi popping beat cheche mu ise ade ne nya odia Kwame Eugene anyom se sa na tie dia se na mo so mo se ni pedia kekekwa na de bia mo si Kwame Eugene ko wia mo nyum go wia mu Kwame you got brana be kireche wunsem wan kireche mu na je se cancer we there just one line abi ni enko because we develop it
the kind the kind Kwame Eugene you na now hospital still.
I don't have that information, Sabia.
Honestly, he's being childish. If really the song is for him, he's behaving silly. He should delete the song. That's all.
I don't mean to have say.
You mean Eugene or who?
Talking about Kwame Eugene.
Kwame Eugene?
Yes.
I didn't know.
Bruh, maybe say I say, when your car conshia, or hospital, me who video be. I'm trying, my Zoom if you say a hospital setup, if it's a hospital setup, I'll take this thing on.
Maybe near a Omode studio akusi.
Say I am passe Kwame Eugene, the me who social media no. I am passe on the hospital bed. He plays his keyboard and those things and did that thing in the hospital.
It's a private ward.
There's nothing like that in the hospital sector. Within the infection control measurement, if you check the law, these things are not allowed. Now obo beat no wine.
No,
I mean you don't. There's no private hospital hotel. The hospital setup, the fact that they give you that privacy, it is not a hotel. So there are restrictions.
Okay.
It is a hospital.
Which means video ni phone ni who keyboard ni see bed ni so ni speakers ni.
For you to use a hospital setup for musical videos, usually no there who any hole is created. It is some passage me who social media no. I say Kwame Eugene to hospital bed so. Any amount keyboard. Then why is it still in the hospital? If it's fake to do music, why are they keeping him in the hospital? Does it want people to say, create accident just to come and bring up a song or something? Why do we give people a chance to do what is not right? If you are a child, you think like a child, wait to grow like an adult. And it's me who are me who I want to use a very polite word because we are called you and the hospital nurses because Kwame Eugene. Eti obia oje ono so ne bosunsum edi na okanchem eye nyama te say ya brother kwaku bunsam ono so eba hospital na BBC nurse we wedu there obeso okanchem no ye bibia odi na bosum ne ba ho are we going to allow that? Why are we trying to allow things enye to be honest say on recover ye ni and discharging no nko fia bema uko fia u studio ni si
empacho so enyum na aba no there's a visualizer to say no ebia me chichim na ate ase kakra nipa no ni nipedia no hu na ebia mfanse music video bi sa and uhu Kwame Eugene no ankasa was a music video no out to canopy no minim say me I don't have information on that say bi o me in a hospital but video no ne nsa na epra no eda so da we no e bandage no eno ye video no nti minim se bia ofiri hospital no koye sa visualizer no ana se
nti a discharge na bra otumi shi obi ene na sa me shi obi a okọ we pra ene ya man head hand hang I say pop ni shem wayi me kan o say woni embre am si masa Obana insaning ye corrector. Obeka say doctor for ninye. By your mouth certain hours say so keep it insano in a certain angle. No movement. There mechanics, there me who ye no. Hospital sitting na who keep body way.
Now na me busa question. No, say me busa but because we are not from the medical background. Na me busa say well. So ni say share Muslim friend hang there.
Yeah, the POP hang.
Na ni sabako enu cry na o si ono oboki na say oh yes and doctor na clear ni say sisi an insan bibia ya okay.
Yeah bibi too much. Which says Kwame Eugene empire discharging no pa na ye fan say or take pictures of the injury impo and or they are what the BB for the musical. So is this sympathy? Because Kwame Eugene the name alone is sympathetic. edin na nkasa wo te a unya emma no o ma say say DJ switch obonyom then sa akola ketwa oye DJ ni ti no one say there's always something about coming using to break you out me ji say nyame bi o ya wo hu me mo bi nka say o ye hype we pra o nyame nko sena ka na ni ma ye no
there be o si atamfo na mo pen boni nka munya ya nka mo pese mo de ne ye hanama ma mo sin no
na de ye pe hanama ma ye sin kwa me yi gidigidi
mo pese mo de ne ye chewing gum mo de ne ye chewing gum na ma bo mo num to
titi na say na ye pe na maria ye pe na maria kwa me yi ye na ma ye be abaifo ye fa we nya hwe but ye me kan say atamfo a onu ehu wo ene so munti na ka akwanhia aba no mko park trailer no wo N1 ne so atamfo na me
na ka na ko
na
by go slow
e ko go slow no ko go high dia be chane say ya atamfo a enti obonyuma ma no I am not against atamfo abonyuma me say nkrofo obonyuma atamfo da ba me dia ne say baby ote no chalma hun to
okay all right
enti enyum ne die me mpe timpo
me dasi
why
ntima me mobium
who there you right so be born me say me tie say atamfo
me ba me mfa ye so for microphone na me tie we Kwame Eugene
well
Kwame Yogurt nso Kwame Eugene Kwame Yogurt but so many issue praying about this I
think so my collaboration
no I about this issue about song but I mean bloggers putting issues suggestions say Kwame Yogurt in the pushy story in the my bloggers kaka say Kwame Eugene we are enyum so yes enya ne dia Kwame Yogurt but na be chiritim so create
well mama fa ba kun pra kwan mo kwesi baby a counselor dey free and say so T hospital he's going to take the hospital on and near me bia yenye in the hospital near no e ho an me so me call chire bia because say obi wadwum ka e no so na near me bi wo ha no so na say control no into say na control hospital environment no obi wadwum ka near me bi wo ha ya ba near control moving on okay me say obi wadwum kan no hospital no work
so life to do that into the journal
our responsibilities be some to be control patients no sa na Kwame Eugene so wo ho na say it me control that environment and na make no but kwesi
yes sir
enyum na oto ye no metie enyum na if it is really a new song awaye onya accident ni wie ya then make can be before from patch of my information enyuma oye after accident no from information or no
from inchichimun so far and sem no which means enyuma o my wayato enyuma da hono say because okay
then I'll go on a different tangent. Me dream say onya accident.
Accident no ba no hu so kiwa. I say asemi safwa.
Be asem we safwa mi asem.
I am just say me na
we dey me bibia.
We remember kunto kwa.
I mean no kunto kwa but omo etie no so no. So omo fa ne say asem bia ko bi asem bia. And dey me ne
cancel. Kwame Eugene na atumi so afa ne sa.
There Kwame there be
unim atamfo dada. Now what you drive ya. Now drive you over speed. And now driver complete car.
Cancer, don't say that.
There was a car that when go slow. Okay, sorry, let me track so go over speed. I mean just say, who's a car that goes slow when him? Who him a town for sa town for? Now who trailer etron yon found.
Kwesi and move there me counselor ya dwen enyum bi wo ha say ya
Pacho no ye mafia of blessed memory. I say Mr. For to be here.
But we dey me because accident no a different thing. Anya tamfu bia ni mani nya accident. Anya tamfu bia ni mani nya accident pacho. Obi anya accident also say atamfu. Atamfu na na press your friend say no. Accelerator. Atamfu na press accelerator. Oh to ka echi na wo drive here. Sometimes you have to calculate. Because there are a lot of madness on the road. So there's something called defensive driving. The moment you see cars around, speed limits go on. Kwesi,
bra.
Kwesi, mamenchira. Kwesi, accident esi wa Ghana. You don't know. Me the artist be free.
Kwame Eugene atamfo ena obeso omukunu na masa jaisa.
Me the actress be free America babe shoot to a hanse. ɔka kyerɛ me sɛ
abrocha ayi atamfo ni ho
hwɛ ɔka kyerɛ me sɛ accident a wahu no for the 1 month a ɔbaa ha nsei no ɛte sɛ accident a wahu all the life wotima seɛ because ɛha nsɛ driving no the recklessness is too high ɛne accident bebree ɔhɔ nsi wɔ aburokyire this obi a ebi ɔwɔ drugs bi ɔwɔ wa high bi anaasɛ biribi ɛna ɔkɔkɔ yɛ saa nneɛma no but normal driving regulations ne nneɛma no ɛnsi da
Giant accident fun si abrochire da.
Dabi.
Accident ni bi. Me ntan fa car ba ko nkwa sorry. Ba me ni de ba se bonsam na piapia me ni abusia nyina. Me de fa car ba ko. Me say IPS junction no obi a na mo bi odu anwumre a police no e block it until the 3 lane becomes 2 lane. The far end. Until yen wo ye far end ayeko. Trailer bi a wa fa bibi sa tentini bi. All of a sudden we're buaba ye ho over middle lane who say police for na block it middle one no buaba ye ho when who po say we twa I mean the height when who mam ye boko ampaki anka na kenu anu no
okay
nka am dia chimbo
where politics
tili microphone kasana mintio na
because man who asem na no about so far so good
okay
yeah ko anyone na the mechanism akwa na oye video na odi Kwame Eugene ye kronfo no sa kronfo tag na ase ye de to artist so e wo Ghana ha na artist na tenase ne management atenase no a very bad thing because technicalities e one music mu no wo tie kire to de bia beka se oh wakowie obenwom ne ade but sa asemi bai me hu se Kwame Yogurt himself in a post this video ni woni page so ntia ama conversation going out which means say he in some way somehow or agree with what the guy is saying.
Say na ebi chemu say ono no dey push stories my bloggers.
Yes, exactly. Because me say that guy me follow no, but me follow artists no, and for you to actually put such a content on your page, it means
in fact, I no count me who.
Exactly my point. You agree largely said the gentleman kano you're correct. Yeah. Now my point is that if really say producer no be kasa no so to me be prove say Kwame Eugene area na nyoma na sa kronfo tag na omude tag Kwame Eugene any boy na you know you see F word ni ade over Kwame Eugene no ono so na so twe ne sen because you too much.
Say no dey wait me defamation or wait me.
Exactly. Because as some way start here Kwame Eugene kasaye your friend is saying Kwame Yogurt kasaye e ma asem no ye hu baby abekosi producer na o say ono ye adwuma na afi ono abekasa enti if it is proving that it is not yakowie obenyum na say I really said your producer ne can what is going to happen to guys your omo ti abroche na omo do omo free adwuma ba break na omo betena omo friend say omo camera ni ma abutre on betena ni ma na say abutre okay
abutre me da say abutre ya ebo mamintio na enu na abutre form so enyum na nom tesanti
bebre na say no omo mamin kama omo wo TikTok no
Japan tesanti
omo what TikTok no do na okay Brako see I think say kakra I mean so me can say honestly speaking Kwame Eugene ho atono no I mean I'm happy but enyum na sem na me can no I think say Kwame Eugene ye artist
yes fidget with my microphone again now meet you kasa yeah meet you yeah
okay say ebia bibi tuna na say bibi ye na ono no be decide actually say o pese o de ye nwum ana say obi wo ho de ni de betwa movie obi de ni de be ye nwum ni ade nti dia cancel kasa nwum na hu hia na me ne nya adwen kaka I feel like
di manu ko na bloggers na ntro de manka me say still oye on admission the oye yi ehunya
okay
this
but the act of the instrument in the hospital is ehunya na say nyum ne hunya
recover and become okay before you do these things
okay well
men cancer
okay cancer
me person me say I feel say it is ono ankasa ni team discretion and ombe decide they say omo be bonyuma na omo mbonyum regarding whatever happened. The most important thing they say you hu send ho atono. Now about the theft of the song no Now we kasa Kwame Eugene. I mean, him say Kwame Yogurt any Amerado, and so action. Yeah, nyum Amerado nyum bi ode baaye. One na atwe ho say Amerado ewi ane nyum na de ende. Sa niema na ya se na tili kan wo ba be chief phone na blogger wo ahia na de ama. Abetan no ye kromfo ya fra ba court to say be kire de nti a wo so ye kromfo wo betumi a kire. Enti wo Kwame Yogurt no so ye artist. O feel say wo nyum no Kwame Eugene echimu nsa make dem use kromfo ko we echimu nsa na say wa ye obibi anya wo de na wa fa wo nyuma. Kokote. Edi any social media dia ye twi phone ni edidi atem ni tag obi so ye say na wo nso so WhatsApp post ya fe ye frɛ pick na be kyerɛkyerɛ mu a wo mfa pick na be kyerɛkyerɛ mu a wo mfa eno na ni hwɛn masa adwuma na mo ye mo fa ni serious kakra
court of public opinion.
Come on adwuma na mo ye mo fa ni serious ka wo Kwame Yogurt wo pese ye fa serious as an artist ye wo niema te say artist sebio o mini business ni a wo ye ne de masa ebe ya janyum to no na kwatwe manso on social media.
Kwesi microphone na mintiu na anodin wi mame last killer.
Kwesi
yes sir
pacha what me kan
odenko
yo Kwesi nano Ghana for koda ya ntiasem papa Ghana for koda ya na dwofa suomu ko fa o phone a de tia ne say Ghana need share musician a Ghana for akomadi na chi yie pa yeba Kwame Eugene o de ka akonya kwanhia na Kwesi wo hwe sadia enipa ebobena ewo lore kwanem ne report ne wo hwe sadia Kwame ne kai asi adameji na wo hwe sadia kese amanfo wo dampam amanfo frɛ me phone me say what bibi we throw wohwe yawo na manfo ni esu an nkofo bobena. Kwesi I think that Ghanaians deserve better than what Kwame is putting out there. Kwesi I think say Ghanaian musicians and artists should take the public they should take most of us seriously. Ghanaians deserve better than this. Ghana food deserve better than what Kwame is putting on the table for us.
Kwame Ben asem na okay.
Make Kwame Eugene. And I want to say also to the management that Ghanaians deserve something much more better than what the management and Kwame Eugene is putting on the table for us. Yekoda sorry ye. I am shishi about tiny nipa na mu amanfo uje Facebook nkofo tro say pray for Kwame Eugene. He's in a critical accident. When you're critical accident, you're trying to carry, near you in a car near Chere, Sadia, accident, no. Just say a man for Kragana for Hudwa. Your board drivers are Hudwa, any road, Sadia, articulated drivers, or more park or come, not him the dear, and the year coso. Ghana for the donor, ne bomb pious, a man for Bisa, or Muso Bukabetro, Kwame Eugene, in his condition to say, so far, Obiati will be now. And so, in such a serious as life-threatening accident, we be anticipation a woman and say, Anka by this time, Anka Ghana for beso communication. Me kwa me hu picture no, me so nyame adom, ebi abrante no wato no, ebi nyame adom accident no Kwame atuma recover. Ama ya chro professionally. Kwame is responding to treatment and yada Ghana for inasi any mompaibo. And then, all of a sudden, we are here dealing with a song support so we are nyom na original radio so no odi atem now all your way go car hey we are nyom na fa kwesi and all that. And to the point, kwesi abaji, to the point say obia when accident in this such a critical manner, our that hospital Ghana Fosu has the capacity, has the audacity to share Obia Odina tempos on his content. I mean, are we serious? So Obia, onu do attempt now so accuses where we are in Yumuno. Who are with the hospital? Ghana for soon, a carpenter, a bomb pie man. You able to share some of this attempt the daily FOS winning now? No, Kwame Yogurt. Kwesi, Ghanaians deserve better. I think that we deserve better. And I believe that the manner to which this whole song and the hula baloo that is surrounding this whole thing has to be handled much more professionally.
Okay.
I'm an artist manager, and I wouldn't try to use accident to either promote a song or to do it because it's a life-threatening situation. I don't want to use but whatever that surrounds this whole thing, I'm sure that there could have been a better way to manage it than this one.
Okay.
Because what we were told, and in some of your from the accident, Ghanaians want to see Kwame Eugene in a healthy condition. See a person who's a brand and what tunnel. So was sorry, na Yankopa didn't want for fear where you never free or one monanis accident in there too. Wajina fun free na town for some. Not in this situation of say your setting studio, our hospital. Now Kwame Eugene, obit me accident, a deadly accident like this. Now hospital, your setting studio to say African concert. And the asset did not pass. In such a gory accident, meaning I don't know the practice though. I stand for correction, but I think that we deserve something much more better than what we are seeing about this whole song thing.
Me da say, I know last killer.
Me the question is Kenya. I mean, tells you, say we deserve better than management. Management no, they na common boss. Epacho. After accidents, management release to actually tell us the Koyana. They sent a release. They know Kwame Eugene as one of our top artists. They know they are handling one of our prized assets. They release a statement. And wait, before some pictures, Kwame Eugene so a post. Eda UGM for ase eda Ghana for ase eda mpaboy ye do botanic into management no konye den anti we deserve better there panaka management omonye boss say bacho we nsan ye twitwa. You see, sometimes we talk as if say handle artists, and I can understand it's part of our job to critique, review and pass commentary. But see, we should not forget the fact that artists, Jimmy's how. No, I'm only making a point. Like they know that they are handling somebody. They go through a thinking process. They know exactly what they are about. And see, we should not always be in a hurry to rubbish. Now, I can give you a tall list of artists, both international and local. Accident, right after the accident, that girl no it was a hit. Look, Kanye West through the wire. Why? 50 Cent, 9 times he shoot they build the statement. He wrote on that accident no nya and he wrote on it for years up to now. Now say on Jimmy Kimmel Bob your friend saying Snoop Dogg, Dre, any or no any Eminem, the one more be Osaka say he shoot 9 times. I did shoot 9 times 30 years ago still original so they asked. So what are you saying? Aquano, he's in the business of making music. And the best way to sell is to use the story to make the music. And this is a management. Now there was another commentary about in the hospital. No essay. Boss, only artist or a creative person. It's never be seen. Not need to say, mama. Say hospital. No, yes, you can speak on never go see. Optics, theatrics, a part of show business. But UGMC for no more money rules and regulations, no more matter. Say BBS allowed say the speakers get one be in the bed so now why they teacher pictures. No more say allowed and say allowed. You never better actually say no more rules and regulations.
Say and she share no so ho. No, but I'm saying she no ho na say bia or they no so they buy attention.
Yes.
Say no so say.
Yeah, but me person me say they know. Anka you see
Tama, they could ombetimi enim.
Yeah, and I may say
ombetimi enim, but it's also idea ye nyina nso nim sɛ ɔman hanum sɛ nyama me break course sometimes ye bu nyama bi go so ana ye ma ebinom kwan mo ye bibia
it's wrong ana
idea nye
no me person say wrong ana
if senior councillor kasana tia I don't know I'm just saying if say let's say coming to the studio and say now say you are not supposed to eat in the studio.
Yes.
And say did you
yes.
But yet me be a nego so.
Yes.
Now but doesn't mean it's the right thing.
No, make us say ye be enya. By this time I call out yanka UGM for no or release a statement. The same way Dr. Bika said so omo punishing.
Oh, and don't put them on your doctor. They say but GM for ba say
same
way. You knew be our hon more your doctor.
Same way. Say we tiam rapa na bad and come release a statement. Artistry. Yeah allow name me be dey be too uptight. Obien wu ye. You understand? And most importantly, Kwame Eugene enya ni team we didim. Anka it could have been worse. The most important thing is say he's alive. He's back into making music. Let's extol in that and leave the fencing frivolities no yam why.
I mean it's artistry say dead body Montreal. Na what done so
on our platform. Yeah, my platform. Yeah, my platform. Yeah.
Why we are Montreal? No one dead body back so. See my father die. See my father die. Artistry. Say morgue. So go to the morgue and go and do a music there because it's artistry.
We saw to link a line in a casket. Artistry.
Dead.
No, I disagree.
Dead. Yeah, can
but that's not what happened.
And then song theft. I said, oh now can you go to the Bobia Rianum? The Bobia Rianum. Yesterday was I'm ready Rianum, and also we Rianum, the Bobia Rianum. But at the end of the day, no song theft is all in account to drive the song. And they say, I can't say me song theft, yes, song theft, and at the end of the day, it drives a promo. No, we'll talk about it. Where we are. Then we play it. We play this. Okay, see what?
Okay, all right. Me that's it. I'm say, I said no, that I can do that. Just let me see if I can just do this one. Was I? You better Ghana music awards and come on there. Nan kene nin come teach you but because it's going to be a running story. You bet me. Edi hon komo sa yewie enu ntia
Kimpaluta senge Kimpaluta ye ouch yeah me didn't na bayasido nanka me diteka ya kwa me ko ni abamemba pressure kwa na me damenda me didn't na bayasido. They spit on my face, so they block our way, so yo. Now me na shira, na shio. Me say what dreama mia, me say me dreama oh. Now me na shira, na shio. Me say what dreama mia, me say me dreama oh. Me didn't na bayasido. Why am I born here? I'm in Fanche. Don't you have any that one can say no, but to me on top of the battery. Couldn't my motor, my fashion, and then I'm from Ramesh. I'm on your man, baby, I'm a good see you and then Yamina Shira, Nashio. Miss you, Jemania, Miss you, Jemao, Yamina Shira, Nashio. Me didn't you know about Asido. Me didn't you know about Asido. Oh yeah. My money I'm fancy. Why am for the napatre. Kuni ma botere ma fashe. Banana from Ramasha. I'm a man who baby I'm a guru. Simu and na shirai. Na shiu. Me say my dream yeah. Me say my dream yeah. Na shirai. Na shiu. Me say my dream yeah. Me say my dream me didn't get my acid.
He's the man of the moment. That's King Paluta with this one, Aseda. Okay, all right. So I'm sure, sir, we will not have too much time to discuss Ghana Music Awards. Please, there's too much noise at the background. If you want to talk, go and sit there and talk. Breno. But okay, so Ghana Music Awards. I'm on launch here. When was that? When was that? Thursday, eh? Yawade came, yeah. And Charterhouse for the organizers of Ghana Music Awards, some launch here. The first thing I hear from person who said, so VGMA CCR no, Oma can't bye to VGMA, CCR TGMA. Company ana omo sponsor Ghana Music Awards, which is Vodafone CCR no, Omudian Sesa, say Yaton, Omudian Sesa Tiababe Telecel. Umutia ye still Telecel for no so assume Tiababe TGMA. Omasum. Yawade omo pa hontuma omo the nominations no nominees na dia tujwa but quickly my boss our voice ma na yemra ne yebre na so near to me sorry so but let's listen to Kasama former Charterhouse, that's the organizers of Ghana Music Awards, so TGMA. Yentie Robert Kla woni
So first of all, thanks to everybody who actually made today possible and has been supporting the dream. And thanks to all the good news that we're hearing. In terms of activities, right after we declare who has been nominated, we're going to have a 1-week window for errors and omission. That happened last year. We introduced that. And so that would take effect immediately. So that's going to happen. And then we are going to have another announcement made. So that announcement is going to be for the unsung category. So I know there are a lot of people out here who are expecting to hear something about the unsung. That is going to be done immediately after the 1 week or during the 1 week era. Then we have voting, which is going to follow immediately. We're also going to have something special for the unsung again. That's the unsung music room. There's going to be performances well curated for these folks to be able to push them and elevate their game. We are going to have a master class. We have this partnership that is going to give or offer a lot of musicians within the music business space an opportunity to learn something that's incredible that can literally impact their works and take them to the next level. So that is also going to come off. Then we have the experience concerts, aka Nominees Jam. That is going to be huge, and we are going to announce the city that we are going to, in a few, in some, some time.
Can we guess?
Exactly. Well, people can guess, but
okay.
It's up for people to guess, but that's okay. So we're announcing that as well. Then we have the Ghana Music Awards in schools.
So schools?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's an opportunity for people, for artists, to engage students in the various schools, specifically high schools. And because you talk to anybody, they tell you it started when they were in school. And when they say school, they actually mean
senior high school.
Exactly. So we want to go back there. We've been doing that for some years now. It's been an amazing experience. And so we keep going back, and we want to go back to talk to students about it. And then, of course, on the 1st of June, we are going to have the finale. Yes, on the 1st of June, the finale. On the 21st of June, which is World Music Day, we bring the calendar to a close with the summits, the music summits, and presentations of plaques as well. So that is what the calendar looks like. In between these elements, there's going to be some surprise, so we keep our fingers crossed.
Okay, all right, so that's it. nhyehyɛ no sɛ ne ɛbɛkɔ no yɛwa da mo pa ho ntoma no ɛnneɛma no bi a ɛba bɛsisi fi saa bere akɔpem June bosome ne da adi kan. That is when they will climax the Ghana Music Awards and our TGMS, you know. That's where the main event Ebekoso 1st June. Nearby who the ooze the ass in a way. I know 1st June, but some June they kind t-shirt and so. But Fisa Briaco idea. One much I say, Omanya pound to me, you now tobacco for errors and omission. Just say, ebia bibia anko ye na pesiesi no ana bibia nkese omudi shem no man ntimi amfa nhima na we hu a sabre entimuntie munyi masum enya tobe na kokoko if you think there's some error somewhere, this is the time for you. Please write it or go to chatters, go and tell them that please this one I think is an error. This one you have omitted this particular thing. This is the time for you to do that thing. It's very important. If one for baby cry, near me person who say Kasan yes, Kasan ye bekasa because no be near tia ye, Kasan ye bekasa. But if you think there's some error somewhere, Bibi or man from Sobia Koswana, Bibi and Kasom Dishoman Fanshima, this is the time for you to fight because you have that 1 week now to do that. Then there's also the unsung. Omo ayes omo fefa omo bani ne kaka ho no omo so enche omo diom din ba betudua bem se na otwi ni mu ano omo diom din ba betudua. There's master class ni be course, but quickly my member na enko round na menje impinfo adwenche kakra ni sorry so ni enko anod my men sha se fuse
my men started from where
maybe
I will end it one about 1 week
errors and omission.
Yes, nah,
very important.
No, a key.
Sure.
Now last year, I had my little reservations about it because Ghana Music Awards, predominantly, almost most of proceedings from Grammys. Now Grammy was something similar. Now the little I know, say, sa room no, and for like general public to actually make changes or to suggest near my call wrong and call wrong. For predominantly for music players, more industry, almost submit works no. Into ABA, me submit works, but me assume see as a songwriter. Into person what's any shame. And I say producer ba could be a na keso count is correct enough some shame.
Yeah.
And that's a song title be a me song title I'm submit we home what's the song that a year for you and yet for the general public to actually come and make because board no and as academy no a made up of experts peer review and no matter for months weeks ayo mejuma inti enya for anya me ordinary Joe ene adwa mansa ene eba be che omo so we refi so the amrado be shem tifanishem. That is not the purpose for a work Grammy what they no. But of course ebia TGM any different.
Okay, but me send you seeking.
Yes.
Yes, I dream ni baba.
So
sometimes the board of the academy people miss out on some of the things.
And also no again message Jinabi me can last year no. An indictment on the research team.
Okay.
And the board.
Because as ye can say I don't know if you bet me I can say no see error and omission. A be free say and I not me busa because I just want to pick your thoughts on it.
Yes.
A be free say people have been making strong case for Amrado.
Yeah.
He's not my favorite person though because of something he did.
Yeah, no problem.
But I know there no
problem.
But say Amrado Kwekwa Nancy should be part of the most popular
song of the year.
And people are making strong case.
Yeah.
Which I agree with them. I think say it could be an error or omission. So you are saying that the public can't push for something like this. When you
ebisida we dem know yedi awards echi ache
yeah
we dey say ebisi baby da and I say baby ha krana mama nyawe with the mama nyawe because you see and say but I still insist say it's a big indictment on the research team and the board because board will mandate near back categorize and nominate into what works if you research work on is assume it means that then why are we assembling a board? Why are we assembling a board and a research team to go and do the work? It's a hammy kakra. Seriously, a hammy. But let's see how it goes. Nah,
I'm yet to know the board this year. Minim board. No? I can't pretend say minim.
Oh, but it's a Jumakese.
Me say Nipa this year be a fine or more board. No, so the 25th and minim say be a Nipa no more.
Oh, I think say there's a I mean, anybody can correct it from because I'm more fan to this yeah main one. And the Dotsi womb, Kwame Dazi womb, Francis Doku is still part of it, Amanzaba is still part of it, Diana Hobson is still part of it. Of course, the usual suspect, Mr. Ayode and Teresa are still part of it. Nia T. Hammond is still part of it. Yes, these names they are still part of it. George Quay is not part. So these are some of the names that are readily
So these are names I mean untimin kase bia ebano enyum ne untimin kase omo ensem fata. Nti ebano say na some of yes little sanyama way mu bitimi baba sa.
Me there sa a week for errors and way no. It may be a good idea.
Yeah.
But where is some mommy?
Say eno na ma mu yi Kumasi boy J-Bad film no me boy.
Yes, Augustine.
Yeah.
Wood.
Austin Wood.
Yeah. And the more precious.
Austin Fache me na nke say ni didn't come but
I don't know what Austin would want to do because me Austin count since
as usual. So nim say Austin. Austin kwesi say onim. About true about no about trans no shape no about run letter. Letter to Charterhouse.
But it's all good. It's all and then you better fencing sponsors nasty because after 25 years it's a big deal.
Yeah,
it's a big deal. 25 years. Yeah,
and we'll come about 25 years. Yes. You know, there's a voice. ABN intimi ni honkobo ebrenity, but we still will talk about it because in somewhere the CEO the Tuja I think is very important about. Giving us, 25 years. The some of Niamoma fame.
Yes, and even for us.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I, you followed it since. It's the answer to chronicle year by year, year. You know, year and come so much 2005. Gospel for no Christian, there's more and come you go awards.
Bandex mo.
Yes.
Omo Cabo mo.
Yes.
Almost
you go awards no twice.
Yeah.
Some of George Kaka say gospel for no.
Yeah.
Christian is one come say go awards ni bi.
Yeah. And I mean him so back kaya Miss Bear Munsu spearheading and then mass idea way by almost say now you have
to file.
Give consent.
Yes, because Miss Goni VIP because some omu film. Yes, omu film.
Yes.
I say can wasem.
I mean the main question I think is Oshe Ebia Okan about Grammys.
Yeah.
Is over 60 years.
Yes.
And still running. Now Silver Jubilee. That's Ghana Music Awards. 25 years.
Yeah.
A idea of say a bit another 25 years. If you look at the way, and that's why I'm saying it's very key. In Semnibia Theresa Ayawa, who is the chief executive officer or the two journal, everybody will ask because they're talking about funding.
Yeah.
So how sustainable is the Ghana Music Awards in the next 25 years too? Let's see, as that will be what's Golden Jubilee.
Per year, 50-54.
Yeah. So, Nina, I bet this sound common.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Christian, that's where young Connie tell.
Yeah, but I think 25 years is a long journey. Adibia why be peno who so be here na ujina chia. I think wajuni as a sound baby who until 25 years one my adi. But like Ralph, Andrew said no. After 25 years, you still expect to say some mistakes be or what maybe it will not happen. But regardless of an institution, awards and its idea, Ubien who are working perfect. Even the Grammys, anyone win and they still make some minor mistakes. exactly. So whatever, I'm sure say it's still a process. Now, what most say, yeah, na hula balloons no dosun. Amount for issues no ba. Being as a board, no, people still have their reservations. And it's na me sure say omodi sa 1 week, cut off point, no. I better so say. I don't say they are there ba. Yeah, you kwani na the bar. We are not beyond correction. Inti ana mistakes. Inti se ye mistakes na ye kra na ba. Ye mam 1 week. Obiya sun go through. Opinion leaders, gatekeepers, artists, managers, general public. Se concerns bi wo ho na de kwaye no if you say be a space wo ye betumi correct ya. Mon put into na mon famra. They are hwene entrance said the be akoma be. I think the last year they did same. And yes, I know. There were instances where 1 or 2 were corrected, and a man crofobis akuma tomuyem say when we knew cry now with that correction now. We actually apart from I think that the only person I need to be correct he was as DJ Azonto. On open them said the issue no na is unsolvable. But this year there's I'm not the issue about on board. I just say a man for can was about how he missed out on the most popular song of the year, which is becoming a talk of town. And quite said their conversation. I think that the young man has a stake to claim. And he has win the young but you believe we say entire say 1 week in the personal Amrado issue can be resolved na the So I would think that we should 25 years. In this
mess up to be a better a petition biana or more signatures or more corona. I'm not doing the MC something.
Yeah, I'm not there. I think that it is the biggest oversight for 2024.
Yeah.
It cannot. You cannot say
Ghana was never be but with the Amrado song
Amrado there. There will be a minimum they see what board meeting board no say members nina for and the dust I mean, Kwame does it for them to have escape this one. I don't know what happened.
So great. Microphone and not mean to you. Now, young connector near time now.
Yeah. The day VGM Charterhouse for Ebehu Omomo Muchino as their enemies. That will be the day the awards will collapse. Maybe.
Okay. Into you where?
What's it? Why can't I say me? I'm
okay.
When him say, I have been part of the music awards for so many years.
Yeah.
As an academy member.
Yeah.
And also as part of one of our go-to writers when it comes to my magazine. I've contributed for that magazine for about 15 years.
Yeah.
My academy member for so many years. Now, when you see it, last year. I don't know minimum about Obia, but last year, me Tata Robert more with questions and then. We said last year was the first time I'm referring to vote as an academy member. Wow. Yeah.
When you message.
Yeah.
And you be a Khadija no near there form so.
And you know,
when you sure say be a pharmacy.
I'm pharmacy boss. I say me now okay. Now only the emissary. George Quay. George Quay in the tenor no. Brother. Then George. But George, you know, yep. Mr. To me, mob George pressure. So I say, dang, why not, Mr. George?
But how you sure say pharmacy there?
Oh dear.
Oh, David, I know. Say something na bibusawo. No, I say it was deliberate. It was.
Me say it was deliberate.
Okay.
It was deliberate. But me mafanya
because I mean, voting for academy, you know. Exactly. More or less, it's part of the scheme. Even though you are and we are very key
a privilege
journalist. So
a privilege be an say I don't know. But person change say no any say time no so I bembe boom.
Yeah, boy. Me mean you ni uncle. Yeah.
Rago see me can be me say now question and I know my team about this errors and omission. I know the answer because I was then thinking say yatsana say for weeks on months on ya coming up with something say be ye be mo ama general public as I messy we ni so wo ho munyi ni fo mo fa we show no. One thing I've noticed ne say first na san komo we na me dibi. But my be realize ye hu say no matter how I will be music award scheme no enye obi a na be satisfied. Some people would think say no, it was say we am rather asema yeke. Me wo busa me most popular song of the year category. E mo shi. But honestly speaking, me the Amrado Kokwan and Zene compare Black Sheriff Yaya Keke. I feel Sam Rado no make him more waves sing sa no but enyem na meche me so dia me so me dwen no. What you say? So I feel like FBI send ya no dey.
Enyo na beche na wana beche.
But you say?
Enyo na beche wana beche.
And me pese me chese omu to me please you obia. Dia me kan patrot ma say yenya ya na nka obia wo mu but enye possible sir. Enti no ebia senior no they can say ye bia mama ebia me re fit songwriter we din yemfa ni shem any say na I think say we can but say ye bia mu de bia na ye corny aba no. Honestly speaking, I don't think say
okay, all right. Tilly tell Nyanko
more listed nominations now, more drop flyers now. Best African artists are out na Thames, Rema, Ashake, Burna Boy, Tyler, Davido, Eli Genzino, Butter My Bread, Sugar My Tea. I feel you want another artwork I drop it after social media calls say na Thames there. And no Ben Pan or drop it the year and the reviewer and make it African impact. You want say Charterhouse I drop it another artwork for best African artist Omeye Thames Ephraim. Which means omote. And if Ghana is saying say they in this year popular music popular song cut for impact and no matter generating excitement, you can't take Amrado out. Listen to the people because Oma show said they can make changes when it's needed. And cut for popularity and that impact any excitement. I really believe say if they listen to us, me one day if I had my own way, they wouldn't open the award scheme up for that kind of correction because then it means say obi bia wababia with a new reason, any evidence to prove say this thing shouldn't have been done. Then you have made us know say the award is subject to something like that and you are subject to making erroneous mistakes like that, which is the position I didn't want them to go, but they've opened it up. And if you believe that Thames did not make an impact according to social media, now waiting me out withdraw the names, why don't you want to accept the fact that Amrado also made an impact and social media is saying say this guy made an impact, so add him. So I think they can do the needful, and the time being if we push for the agenda, I think it can happen.
Okay, all right, Councillor
Bra
Japan
me that's say the kind yenda change of ownership on the telcos say omutumi meaty yes say after the change of ownership they are still holding on to the music award scheme. For me, any pen American say the almost is someone from sense form. That's all I'll say.
Okay, well, unfortunately, you're into me and to us so a brand now, so I see it.
Oh yeah.
Look at this, my people. Yeah, pong.
Ouch.
And then you make a conference. My pong. Mama, so to say class 1 for school.
They spit on my face, they block our ways.
Time now, can I miss you? Hey, wait, yeah, I'll be fat. Why?
Nah, she oh, me say what dream me say me dream
yeah, 30 seconds in part.
Yeah, kwesi Endra 29th na ye release Kofi Sapon ne single featuring Dana Hamilton Yehowa na me dagana foasi. The song is good and me Obi say yemfa support enfanta ACP Kofi Sapon the new single Yehowa featuring Dana Hamilton is available on all the digital platforms. Streams ni na enkoso kamaka is also available. Beautiful video also on YouTube. Yen support no. It's a big banger. 2024 Kofi Sapon.
Wait a quick one. Paragliding and it was so successful. We had over 30 flies. The weather was good. Some catch say attendance be good. Yes, I think at the right time you be this uncommon.
Sure.
But and then no fits and opening in an so enye nti awie na me say ehwatimi aboso kakra. Ti.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Yeah, for me that's it. Another Samuel Bedu, Socrates, Safo, Yaya Boa, Tilia Nipa, Kwesi Ernest, and Councillor Lutrot. Salamat Pinto time, which is you mediated Bremo. Isabella, Epian, Etaichi, Peter Scott on our socials, as always. With support from disgruntled, disappointed. My friend is your friend. King David, what the other them, what they bring, what the Bible twice so, Eddie Amamo. Grateful as always. My name, Kwesi Abuaje. I'm still your darling. Make call.